Hello. Can you guys hear me? Hey everybody. We are here. I just got here. I ran off the monorail. I ran over here. There's the train. Hey, all right, we're live. That's good, that's good. Oh no, what's that? Are they doing a cavalcade? Oh boy. Let's go. All right, we're out here. We still got the 50th stuff out here, probably for not much longer. Not much longer at all, right? A couple days. A lot of people heading in for an evening at the Magic Kingdom. You can see everyone coming off the monorail here. Look at all those people. Oh boy, we better get going. All right, let's go. Hopefully we don't lose signal under here. Under the train. Uh-oh, copyright, uh-oh. Oh no. Off to a great start. Oh boy. It's so loud, why is it so loud? Hey everybody. We're out here. Really nice out, look at this. Let's go. Hey, sorry the music is like so loud. It's so loud, my ears hurt. It's like a concert. Ah! Okay. Oh, jeez. So loud. Whew. Whoa, what do we got here? Braden is live. What a treat. Yeah, check out these treats. I think these are for Easter. It's pretty cool. Nice, nice. Hey, thanks, Seabase Adam. All right, I'm trying to avoid the music, but I think it's already too late. Whoa, look at these. This is Disneyland merch, but still cool, I guess. Very cool, very retro, very nice. We still got some 50th stuff over here. Wow. Oh. Okay, I think the music is dying down now. All right, here we are. What a beautiful day. You can see it's kind of busy, but it's not terribly busy, although I don't actually know that yet. I haven't been through the park. It's hard to gauge by Main Street because certain times of day, everyone's at the rides and not that many people are coming and going. So it's kind of deceptive sometimes. My tell is when I go into Tomorrowland, I can usually tell right away what the crowd levels are because I usually gauge it by if there's a line for like outside for Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. That's how you know when it's busy. When there's a line outside for Laugh Floor, like it's usually pretty busy in the park. But we'll see here. We will see. Last week it was slammed. Last week and the before it was slammed, but this week it does not seem to be as bad actually. I can smell the ice cream. Hey everybody. Oh, trying to get out of the crowds here a little bit. I just got here. Yeah, someone's saying spring break. Rebecca says spring break crowds. Yeah. It's interesting though. It's certain weeks. I don't know. I feel like people kind of psych themselves out and they try to like go certain weeks and not other weeks, and it actually makes it where some of the weeks you think it'd be super busy, sometimes it's not. I noticed that last year, like in mid-December, like the pre-Christmas crowds were nothing. It was empty here. But the pre-Thanksgiving crowds, it was super packed, like the most packed I've seen it since before March 2020. So, yeah, if you want to avoid crowds and plan your trip right, you kind of have to like think on the next level now, because the times where you'd assume there aren't a lot of people, like, oh, just go in February. It's actually pretty busy some weeks in February these days. So you kind of have to like think about what is everyone else going to think is the non-busy week, and don't go on that week, because that week will end up being crowded. Wow. Hey, everybody in the chat. So, before we get started here, I just want to say something. It's kind of sad, actually. It's very sad, actually. We had a moderator on here before, Adam, and one of his friends contacted me and let me know they passed away, unfortunately. So, very sad about that. So, very sad thing there. I just wanted to put that right at the beginning, because we're probably going to need new moderators now, because Adam was really pulling his weight very well, and now we're pretty much moderator-less. And obviously, it's not just about the moderation. I didn't know Adam very well. He just volunteered to be a mod, and I was like, sure, man. And he did a really good job. So very sad to hear about that. Very sad situation there. I don't know any of the details about it, but I thought it'd be worth saying that right at the beginning, shouting him out. I'm sure that he would have appreciated that. Here we are in Tomorrowland. Yeah, it's kind of busy. Hey, can you guys get away? Thank you. There's people trying to bomb our thing. Being annoying. Twitch gang, let's go. Sorry, guys. I had to, get some of these people out of my way. There's people following us around. These kids, I tell ya. TikTok gang, Twitch gang. Where's like the normal people gang, Whatever. It is what it is. All right, well, they went away. We're good. I patted one of them on the back. I said, can you guys go away? And then they didn't say anything, and they kind of scurried off. So, real tough guys. Yeah, so anyways, we're here in Tomorrowland. Yeah, it's not super busy. 15 minutes on Monster. Yeah, so it's not that busy. It just looks kind of busy. Let's go. They were scared of the pit vipers? Yeah, maybe. I will say, I don't know, doing the live streaming, you hold like a gimbal thing, and it always looks really goofy. And I think the younger you are, the more you get, kind of messed with the younger crowd, because you're kind of one of them, I guess. So, it is what it is. All right, let's see what we got here. 50 minutes for, okay, so we do have some crowds. Maybe everyone just doesn't like Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. It's a good show. It's underrated. What's up, guys? Whoa, 800 watching. We just started. I haven't even said anything really yet. I've just been talking about random stuff. Yeah, so interesting times in the world of Disney and the world in general. Yo, thank you for the super chat. We got two, actually. We got one from Space Dave 2000, who's been around forever. Dude, we were there 3 weeks ago. Would have been cool to say hi. I was here 3 weeks ago. We just didn't run into each other. I hope you had a great trip. We also got one here from, hold on, let me get it up. Youper Gamer, big fan of your work. Thank you. By the way, guys, if you want to send in like a big super chat, I'd prefer you do it on PayPal. The link is in the description. I won't check it as often during the stream. I'll check it all at once. But here on YouTube, they take 30%. So some of these streams, when people like donate $200 or something, you're giving $60 to YouTube when you do that. So I just want to do a heads up. Not expecting anything, but you know what I mean. Just a heads up there on how that works. But it's more convenient to do it on here, I know. So whatever way you guys want, no worries. All right, here we are. There's the people mover. The first thing we're going to do before we talk about all the news and stuff is we're going to head over here to Tron, because that kind of is the news, right? Tron's opening here very soon. They're doing soft openings. I heard that the lightning lane was going in like a second or something like that, which is what you'd expect. But I think there's going to be a lot more slots on the actual opening day. They're doing reduced hours right now at the soft opening, and I think they're only allowing certain number of people in per hour, less than when they actually officially open it. I think they're just doing like a test right now to gauge how many allotments they should give out, how many no-shows they have, all that good stuff. So I think that's what's going on with that. But yeah, you got to be right on the money with that virtual queue. Did I say lightning lane? There is a lightning lane, right? An individual lightning lane. You can pay to ride Tron. I've heard that's pretty easy. But to get the free, to do the virtual queue, it's kind of a big deal. Okay, here we have the new arcade. I haven't seen this yet. So they shaved off the side here. If you guys remember, this building used to slope like this, and there used to be these poles up here. It was actually pretty cool before. Now it's a little bit more nondescript, but they did a respectable job. They put in some of this reflective stuff on the sides. They maintained the theme of the stucco, so not too many complaints there. I noticed that it's still all covered up. So is the inside still not open? I guess not. Seriously? Okay. Look at this. Ryan says, are you riding Tron? No, I've already ridden Tron a bunch. No, and also I can't bring you on Tron, so then the stream would stop, so that wouldn't be good. Or you guys have to look at the inside of a locker. Yeah, so I guess the store here still isn't open. Wow, look how reflective that is. Whoa, yeah, see, this kind of looks goofy. So people are like, yo, Braden, what's going on? You know, when they see me, I look kind of silly. Yeah, so still all the Space Mountain folks are exiting through the temporary exit where you just go down a hallway. The gift shop is still closed, but we should be able to see the new facade here. Oh, here we go. And they updated the clock, looks very nice. Hey, why are you guys talking about my height in the chat? What's going on? Yeah, there's something really weird. I don't know why this is, but when I first moved down here, like every single person that meet me be like, wow, you're way taller in person. Like, what does that mean? Do I look short on the studio videos? Like, I don't know. I'm sitting down. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. The music over here is so awesome. So now this whole area is public. They were keeping people from coming back here originally, but now it's all open to everybody. The music back here is awesome. And you guys probably saw that video I posted of the Tron atmosphere. It's so cool. With all the lights and stuff, it's the best they've ever done. I don't think Disney did it. I'm not sure if Disney did it. I think it might have been a third party, like a German company or something, someone told me, but Imagineering or whoever did the lights, they did an amazing job, whatever contractor. Here's the sign. It's kind of hard to see because it's a screen. So that tells you the lightning lane time, and the virtual queue doesn't say anything. Here we are. So to go past the sign, you must have a virtual queue or a lightning lane. So there you go. Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Did you do Tron?
Yeah, I just got off it. It's closed early for some reason.
Yeah, they're doing limited operating hours during the soft opening. So
it was at 8 o'clock, you know, the previous times, you know, the past couple days, but it's back at 6:30.
Yeah, they reduced it, I think. I don't know what that's about.
Can I get a quick photo?
Yeah, of course. Do it up.
Thanks.
Awesome, man. Good to meet you. All right, guys. So over here, there's like a food kiosk thing. I don't think it's open right now, but we can see what this is about. Yeah, no, it's not open. Okay. Yeah, I heard kind of mixed reviews about this stuff. So they have these different dumplings. You see this? Oh, Jay says in chat it's going to be open later tomorrow. Yeah, so for some reason today they've reduced hours at Tron. So here's the menu here. I haven't heard many great things about this stuff, so, but I myself am not done. Wow, look at Space Mountain. By the way, I know Tron is opening. It's all about Tron, but they cleaned Space Mountain. It looks so nice. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but you can in person. It is clean, like really clean. They scrubbed that thing. They repainted it. It looks great. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of what they did to the bottom part. You see how they got rid of the blue? At the bottom of Space, there used to be like a blue accent color, and now they made it tan. That's kind of you know, whatever. It still looks fine. It still looks really good, actually, but I liked the blue. The sky blue color kind of made it look like it was floating a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just glad they cleaned it. It looks so nice. New coat of paint and all that. How can we complain? But yeah, there you go. Look at space. Looking really good. Oh, wow. And there's a sign back here for the launch depot. So inside the launch depot, they're supposed to have a bunch of Tron stuff, like Tron merchandise. When it opens, it's still not open. I think right now it's still just for like media previews and stuff. And through this glass here, maybe we'll come back at night. Maybe they'll have this lit up, but you can see there's Tron theming in the tower here. And this is a new, I think this used to be here and then they updated it or something. This back piece here, pretty cool. So we'll see how that looks at night. We'll see. All right. What a beautiful, beautiful evening here. Brave Kumquat says, hey, Braden, great to see you on live. We are coming in October, our first October trip. Do you recall the crowds or weather, what they were like last year? October is surprisingly warm usually, but it depends on the year. You know, I think worldwide we had a very warm winter this year, so it was particularly hot in October this year. But if we have a colder winter next year, I'm not, you know, like a scientist. I couldn't tell you how all that works, but it's something to do with the winds or whatever in the oceans. We'll see, but I would expect it to be warm, but, you know, maybe bring something long sleeve, although I really don't think you'll need it. As far as crowds go, October is kind of medium. It's medium. Sometimes October can be pretty busy. I try to avoid around the Halloween time. I feel like the second half of October it can start to get pretty busy here. So it says, Travels to Sarah says, October is crazy busy. Yep, Halloween. Yeah, exactly. Avoid that Halloween time. Try to go earlier if you can in the month. I'd say the best month is still September. September is always a ghost town here. I remember last year I was filming from the People Mover and it was completely empty. It was a walk-on the People Mover. I filmed from the People Mover into this whole area and it was completely empty. There wasn't a single person. I was there in the morning, but there was nobody here. It was crazy. I think that was in the middle of September. So that's still a very historically empty time. But other times it used to be really empty, like January and February, they've been getting busier lately. Here we have the tater tot trees. Travels with Sarah says, I went in January and it's super low crowds. Good to hear it. What week was it? What week were you there? I know around like the marathon, sometimes it can be pretty busy. Also, you have to remember January and February are the time when a lot of people from South America come because that's their summer. So sometimes it can be busier because of that too. Increase in international visitors. All right. So guys, lots to talk about, a lot going on in the Disney world. So they're starting to do these layoffs. They announced they're going to be doing 7,000 layoffs. They announced that in at the last earnings report. And in a few days, we have the annual shareholders meeting. And before then, they're starting the layoffs here, the first wave of the 7,000 layoffs. So people are being told right now, and there's going to be another wave and then another wave. There's going to be 3 waves going into the summer, and then that's the 7,000. But it sounds like there may be more layoffs in the summer, which would mean more than 7,000, presumably. It really doesn't seem super parks heavy, but there are going to be some parks layoffs, probably more management stuff. I've heard that Imagineering is safe. Imagineering's already had a ton of layoffs since JPEG came in because he hated Imagineering. That's just the truth of the matter, he did. And so I think that's done now. I think they, whoa, we got a traffic jam over here. So that's good. I think Imagineering, the worst is behind us, which is good because creative has been totally ripped out at Disney. And I think that Iger is very interested in bringing back some of that creative freedom and bringing in some more people. Look at Space Mountain. It looks so nice. Look how clean it is. Wow. Becca asked when the Brightline video will come out. I'll be honest with you, I haven't written the video yet. I was just there at Brightline. I went in, I toured the facility, the Brightline, the new station at the airport, like under construction. I had the hat on and everything. You can go look on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. That was really cool being able to check all that out. I had my construction hat on. I was in the construction zone. You know, they're doing all the work on the new Brightline station at the Orlando International Airport. And later this year, that'll connect you to Miami. You'll be able to go Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, up to Orlando. And on the Orlando section where you're heading over into the middle of Florida, you will be going 130 miles per hour, which is actually, it might be a little less than that, but they're testing at 130, which is like a new record in Florida. So that's pretty cool. I know it's not Japan numbers, but it's something. The coolest stats is, sorry, Braden, I don't think Iger is the good guy everyone thinks he is. We need Michael Eisner back. Yeah, no, I didn't say that he's, you know, the good guy. But in the Imagineering situation, I would assert he is. Kind of. On the money side, it's kind of like, what is, you know, is Iger really going to put a lot of money into Imagineering? Are we going to get great new lands? But a lot of that isn't an Iger level decision. A lot of that, the way Chapek set it up, the budget decisions are made by the park VP, the park presidents, and the chairman of the parks. And all of them have been like, we're doing nothing. You know, people will keep coming. Why do we need to add stuff? That's their philosophy. That's the philosophy of the VP here. That's the philosophy of the president here. And that's the philosophy of the guy who's always trying to hype us up, Josh D'Amaro. He doesn't approve anything. He always says like, oh, we have so many great ideas and we're listening to you guys. It's like, well, then why is every single idea that Imagineering's proposed to you the last 3 years gotten swatted down? You know, go back to the drawing board, make it cheaper. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of talk. It's a lot of talk. So I'll agree with you there. But also, Chapek was really bad on the creative. He didn't let creative lead, and I don't think that's just a talking point by Iger. I mean, he went to Imagineering, and they talked about this stuff. So there is some stuff in the works that they're doing, which should give more freedom to Imagineering. And Iger was always good to Imagineering insofar as letting them do what they wanted to do in the parameters of intellectual property. And maybe even that will be changing in the future. I have some reason to think it may. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm pretty optimistic about the future of Imagineering. It's more an issue now of budget. It's more an issue now of letting the Imagineers, you know, execute on their vision in the way that under Iger we saw with things like Galaxy's Edge, whatever you may think of that, you know what I mean? Like they were able to do some pretty ambitious stuff. But then Chapek came in, and then remember there was another ride that's supposed to be in Galaxy's Edge, which was cut. And creatively, Galaxy's Edge was not, you know, not really, it wasn't well thought through in my opinion, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. What they did with Pandora was so awesome. If we can get back to that sort of stuff, that would be great. Look at this, guys. Wow.
All right, watch where you travel for me.
People asking about the next address unknown. They're coming. They're coming. We got a traffic jam at Mickey Views HQ on the projects. All right. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That's why I'm giving you guys some live content right here, right now. Oh boy. We got I'm like a salmon right now. We got, it's like a video game. You got to avoid the double strollers, the double strollers, the ECVs coming right at you. I made it through. All right, we're good. So was I saying, yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about Imagineering. I've been hearing some good things from Imagineers who talk to us, and they haven't been saying much good for years. You know, it's really funny. You know, some people think like, oh, you're so negative, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you know, what I'm saying is a very tame version of what people inside the company are saying. You know what I mean? So it's so funny, especially on like Twitter and places where you'll just have shills that think like they're defending Disney's honor, they're defending the Imagineers. It's like the Imagineers agree with me. Where do you think I'm getting this from? You know what I mean? So I'm not saying all the Imagineers think the same things I do. They don't. I'm saying like our sources, my tone is their tone, but actually more positive. This is what I'm trying to say. It has not been fun for them. The words that they use are not the words that I use. I wouldn't. It has not been fun for them lately. That's why a lot of them have been leaving or been forced out, or, you know, we have no projects for you, all those sorts of things. A lot of them are under contract and that sort of thing. There's nothing left to do because there's no money flowing into Imagineering. And even if Iger wants to do that, it's a question of can they? You know what I mean? Because they have so many issues on the Disney Plus side. I think they're like 12 billion in the hole on Disney Plus right now. This is what's subsidizing all the other crazy stuff Disney's doing. That's why they're not investing in it, because this is what's allowing them to keep being goofy. You know? They need all the profits here to, you know, fuel all their other crazy stuff. Oh boy, we're in the corridor. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, okay, it's not that bad. It was bad. I already got through it. We're good, we're good. Okay, we got a super chat, hold on. LV Plumber, now that Imagineering is back, do you think they'll actually move forward with the Beyond Big Thunder Mountain Blue Sky projects? Look, so the whole Beyond Big Thunder Mountain thing, so back by, you know, basically back behind Haunted Mansion all the way over to behind Big Thunder Mountain, they have an enormous expansion pad. I think they have multiple expansion pads back there. And Imagineers have been blue skying stuff for back there since, I think, probably forever, but the stuff that I've heard about goes back to like 2015, even earlier. So it's not a matter of like, you know, blue sky, it's a matter of like anything getting approved. And the thing that was really concerning to me that I heard a few months ago is I heard from, you know, someone in touch with the Imagineers. This wasn't an actual Imagineer, but they were telling me that there's a sentiment that somebody at Imagineering hoped that their project wasn't approved in its current state because it was so budget cut, made so cheap. You see what I mean? So, oh boy. So it's not even just a matter of, you know, can we get something green lit? It's can we get the right thing that's, you know, actually worth the effort and is expensive and is actually going to be good approved. Do you see what I mean? Because Disney has a need to expand the capacity in this park in particular, and that's why I think the Beyond Big Thunder or some other expansion here in the Magic Kingdom is likely one of the next expansions we'll see here at Walt Disney World, because they need it. Look, it's busy, you know, all the time. So they need more capacity, they need more surface area, they need more square footage in this park available to guests. And the problem is that instead of putting money towards that, Chapek was all about the, you know, getting rid of Splash Mountain and doing that project. So, I mean, what money is coming in here is being put towards stuff that doesn't increase capacity and, in fact, reduces capacity in the interim as we head over here to Splash Mountain and what they're doing there. So it's not even just a matter of, like, the blue sky ideas getting approved. It's, you know, them being something that's substantial and is worth the time and effort. Because think about it, they want to expand the available square footage in this park for guests to occupy. So what do you think their idea is for doing that? Planters, turf, you know what I mean? Like things that are just nothing, things that don't cost money. All right, see what I'm saying? Or things that are, you know, off the shelf. They can get it from a manufacturer, put it in very easily. You know, kind of like Toy Story stuff where it's kind of just like 2D facades and things that are cheap to manufacture. So that's part of the concern, you know? It's not about the blue sky getting approved. It's about the right blue sky, something that's worth the time, money, and effort, something that's actually what the Imagineers want. And all I hear is, you know, they propose stuff and then it's like, go back to the drawing board. You have to make it cheaper. You have to make it cheaper. You have to make it cheaper. Well, then by the end of it, the Imagineers who originally were working on the project, they don't even want to see their project come to fruition because it's so far from what they originally envisioned. You see what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. I hope that we see stuff approved, but it has to be... Honestly, if they're going to just be really cheap about expansions, I just hope they don't add anything. Like, just don't add anything. If you're not going to try, if you're not going to put in a lot of money and do, you know, a Disney-level job, then just don't even bother. You know, I don't want any more turf fields and planters. Look at what they did to the Epcot area. They had all these ideas, and they said, forget it. No fountain, no any of this. Let's just put in planters and be done, you know? So it's not just about, oh, can we get something in here? It has to be the right thing. It has to be, you know, Pandora level. It has to be something where it's actually impressive, where the Imagineers are actually able to do what they want to do. And that's why, you know, I know there's a lot of people sort of counter-signaling Iger because he gets a lot of compliments that are undeserved. I totally get that, but, you know, just think like, you know, under Iger, we're better off. We're more likely to get something like that where we actually see something substantial come to the parks. Because under Chapek, any addition would have been something cheap. I mean, they couldn't even do the teacups. You guys saw my last video. It was just teacups in there. That's what we were getting under Chapek. You know what I mean? And I heard that an earlier version of that is supposed to be trackless, you know, like Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters or something like that. Like, think how many times they size down on these things till we get to the final thing. That's what needs to stop. So it's not just about blue sky projects getting approved. It's about the blue sky projects being, you know, worth the effort. something that is actually worthwhile. I don't want to see them expand behind Big Thunder and it's just like a big open area with planters, huge pathway. You notice the focus on pathway Disney's had lately? What do you think that is? It's increasing the guest area so they can increase capacity in the cheapest way possible. Look at the middle of Epcot. You know, are they adding a bunch of new attractions? Well, they added Guardians and Ratatouille in the last wave that we had of investment back in the 2010s. But ever since, what are their ideas? You know, it's just like, you know, planters, that sort of stuff, cheap stuff, you know? So there's another dimension to the whole investing in the parks thing you have to consider, which is has to be a project that's worth the time and effort. Because some Imagineers, they don't even want to see their project approved in its current state. Actually, a lot of them, I suspect. All right, we got a super chat here. 1 second, I have to pull it up. Kiki and Luca say, any predictions on the Avatar experience, Disneyland location, the Disneyland Avatar thing? Where's it going to go, or what are the rides going to be? I don't even know where that's going to go. I'm not a big Disneyland expert. I've gone out there twice in the last 2 years. First time since like 2003. I've gotten out there and I had a great time all 3 days that I've been there. But I don't really have a lot of insight there. I joked on Twitter that, you know, they were saying Avatar experience. I was like, what if they just rename the parking garage? You know what I mean? That's something modern Disney do. Here's our new Avatar experience. But seriously, I don't know where exactly it goes. So sorry, I don't have any extra insight on that. Crazy stuff, guys. Chemo says, as a West Coaster, don't put Pandora here. Wow. All right, so we have some anti-Pandora folks. Yeah, interesting. I really like Pandora. I really do. I feel like with Galaxy's Edge, they tried to do something like Pandora, and Star Wars is just a very different property. It really is a lot about the locations and the characters and the family lineage and, you know, all that sort of stuff. They try to make it more of like a nondescript thing like Pandora. That works for Pandora because Pandora is mostly just about the sights and the sounds and the vibe. That's not the case with Star Wars. It's a lot more than that. It's the actual story of the specific characters that we know, the specific locations that we know. They should have done Tatooine, you know, and they put all that time into, you know, oh, it's going to be your own adventure. It's going to be in this certain timeline. And now Mandalorian's just walking around. So they've already kind of blown that up. So I hope they just, you know, update it to just make it more Star Wars-y because it really doesn't feel too Star Wars-y. But Pandora, that sort of format really worked in my opinion. I'm also biased because that's my favorite counter service, the Satuli Canteen over there in Pandora. That is some great counter service food. That is the best counter service at Walt Disney World in my opinion. And I don't even think it's really a contest. That is great food over there. The Regal Eagle Smokehouse they added in Epcot is actually pretty good too. Similar stuff where, you know, it's got the meats and it seems more fresh. It seems more real than some of the, you know, especially here in the Magic Kingdom, talk about counter service not being too good. All right, guys, we're going to head over to Splash here. I'll do a news video on Splash here soon because I've heard some things about some of the stuff they're going to be doing over here moving forward. You know what's something interesting I heard is that they're not going to do anything with Tom Sawyer. It's weird because Tom Sawyer's Island, it's, you know, logistically it's kind of a mess for Disney. The weird thing is that they really debadged this area. It seems like they don't like the Tom Sawyer property. You know, like the sensitivity people, you know, that are, you know, doing updates at Disney for cultural sensitivity reasons. Like Harper's Mill here no longer says Harper's Mill on it. The floats out here, they got rid of the names on them. They like crossed them out or painted over them. So I don't know. It seems like Tom Sawyer's going to stay, but at the same time, it seems like they've been kind of like sizing down on the theme over here, which is weird. So I feel like there's a lot of conflict inside Disney. I think we all know that about what to do moving forward. And you can feel it in the parks, just the way the creative is. It's very all over the place. Space Dave 2000 says, do you think Universal will finally overtake Magic Kingdom attendance with the new park? And do you believe Disney has any counter plan? Yeah, attendance, you know, Universal's already crushing Disney attendance wise. Not like they're doing better in attendance like overall cumulatively, but if you go look at the list of last year, the attendance report we got, the Universal parks did better than most of the, here in Orlando did better than most of the Disney parks. So they're already doing really good on attendance. I don't know. I was just over at Universal. I don't really want to like go against the grain on the whole, like, you know, the narrative that, you know, Universal's beating Disney or whatever, but I went over there for the first time in a while and it's not Disney. It's not Disney. They are approaching Disney's level of creative, but then they actually have to implement that level of creative across the property, across everything. You see what I mean? So, we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves on that. Universal's doing some really great stuff, and they actually are investing big in their parks. So that's what we're really excited about. But I went over to Universal, and it's by no means Disney. They have a lot to work on. They have a lot to work on over there. It's a little bit more amusement parky still, for sure. And there was just some logistical stuff where I was like, wow, this is just really not as smooth as Disney. People were mad last video because I said or 2 videos ago, because I said I went to Universal and it took like an hour to park. And they're like, well, I go to Universal all the time and I never have to wait for parking. It's like, okay, but I did. Like, I'm telling you what happened. And you know what it was? In the parking garage, they had like one guy directing the cars. You go into Disney parking and you count them off. There's like 13 people, 14 cast members directing you, like a lot of cast members. You know what I mean? That was not the case at Universal. It was not as well done on that. Just like basic logistics stuff. It's not Disney. It's not there yet. The creative is definitely approaching that though. So that's why when it comes specifically to Epic Universe, it's like, you know, that's all new. So that's with the current creative that we say is approaching Disney's level of creative or maybe going beyond it. So Epic Universe is what I'm most interested in as so far as Universal is concerned, because it doesn't have all the old baggage. It's like a new thing. So it's really their time to shine. Here we are at Splash. You can see they are in the process right now. They're actually removing. They put up the scaffolding and they're starting to remove the log up there at the top, the visual centerpiece of Splash Mountain. Which I think is a poor decision, but that's what we believe they are doing. Something very odd is at the last D23 Expo, remember they had that model where the top of Splash was just flat? Well, you know, some people asked the Imagineers there, hey, you know, are we still getting that cool boat thing? And are you keeping the log at Walt Disney World? Because, you know, the Imagineers were saying that was a model of Disneyland, and they're like, yeah. But apparently that's actually not true. So what the Imagineers are saying there is not going to end up being the case. I do believe they are getting rid of the log up there. We aren't going to get that boat thing. Probably for like wind reasons and stuff too, I'm sure. But I'm sure it's also budgetary. But it's really kind of getting rid of the visual centerpiece of the attraction there. Getting rid of that. But, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. And Disney announced about how they are going to do the water tower thing here at Walt Disney World as well. So I'm assuming the Disneyland and Walt Disney World ones are going to look very similar. So the deal with Splash, just so you guys understand, like the timeline of it here. So it's actually, since they're retrofitting the same attraction twice, they're having one team start this one and then they're going to go over to Disneyland. You see what I mean? So that's why there's a staggered closure and a staggered work where it's starting here and then Disneyland's is still the regular Splash. So the team that's doing the update, they're starting over here and then they're going to go over to Disneyland. So that's why Disneyland's is still the way it is. Still the current Splash Mountain that we know and love. So that's the reason for that. If you're wondering why they didn't close at the same time, that's the actual reason. People have said like, oh, maybe Disneyland's trying to save Splash. No, that's not why. It's because there's one team that is doing this. So that's the reason for that. Also, the other reason is that Splash is actually slightly different in Disneyland than here. They have scenes that we don't, so they have to put stuff in those scenes. They have to design those scenes. So that's the reason why ours is going first. The other reason ours is going first, I think, has something to do with park operations and capacity in the parks. Because of what's going on, where basically, you know, the Magic Kingdom already has capacity issues. They need to get this thing, you know, done as soon as possible. So Tron's opening, Splash is closed. Get it done, get it open here. So I don't think this is going to take very long. I really don't. It's not going to take nearly as long as Tron or Guardians, which they're really dragging their feet with. They want this thing open. This thing eats up crowds. They need it back. So they're not dilly-dallying on this project. All right, we got a super chat here from I Am Sam. What's going on with the Starcruiser? Yeah, so the Starcruiser thing is crazy. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see what's going on with Splash. Allie says Disney's banning vloggers. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about that. That'd be short-sighted. Then Disney would really be done, because you know how much all the content around Disney ends up promoting Disney. You know, how many trips have I indirectly sold with all the coverage, if you think about it? You know what I mean? and all the vloggers that are in here all the time showing you what's going on. It's definitely a big part of the pitch. It's free advertising for Disney. So that would be very silly. See, they got the work lights on here. So I don't really see a ton of work right now on the exterior in terms of active work, which is a little weird because this is the time of day when you think there would be work because the sun is not beating down on them. But who knows what's going on there. I stand by what I was saying about Splash not being down very long. I don't think it will be. They really got to get it switched out fast for capacity reasons. Didn't they originally say late 2024 and now they're just saying 2024 or something like that? I think it's going to come a little faster than people are thinking. We'll see. But I don't think it's going to be a super big downtime. I'm just sad they got rid of Splash. It's hard for me to get super excited about whatever they're doing with it now. There's the train. That's awesome. I think part of the reason I'm not super excited is because I just know budgetarily, you know, they're going to be keeping parts of the current sets, you know, because they can't afford to redo the entire scenes. So, you know, they're just like moving stuff around and they're getting rid of a lot of the animatronics because that will reduce future maintenance costs. So it's a lot to just do with money, budget, you know, all the typical stuff. It's like, whoa, that's so awesome. Whoa, getting rid of the animatronics so we have to do less work. That doesn't sound, that's great. Wow. You guys know what I mean. I seriously doubt Disney's ability to do a Splash level attraction. You know what I mean? Like just, you know, just in general, like imagine if this was just a grass field. Do you think Disney can make this as they currently exist with this many scenes, this many dark ride scenes? Look at, you know, Guardians, for example. Look how much money that costs them, and there's almost nothing in there. It's basically a dark ride. And then, I mean like a dark ride, like a dark ride, like Space Mountain dark. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just empty in there for the most part. There's like 2 or 3 little themed elements. And then look at Tron. You know, Tron isn't super specced out on the inside either. Think how complicated it is. How many scenes are on this ride? How long is this ride? How many drops are there? You know what I mean? How many animatronics? Hundreds. Imagine Disney doing hundreds of animatronics on a ride now. We can't even get one most of the time. Remember there were going to be animatronics in the pre-show of Guardians and they canceled it? If you guys go back to the 2017 Expo, they announced it where Rocket was supposed to be there and Groot was supposed to be there and all that. They got rid of all that because they couldn't even afford that. So it's kind of crazy to think about. Not to be too much of a negative novice, but I'm really not trying to like give like hot takes or anything like that. I'm telling you guys what's going on. Because, you know, some people just don't get it. So I'm trying to help. A lot of you guys know what's going on though. I mean, how are we supposed to, you know, move forward and things get better if we can't even acknowledge like the current shortfalls, the current problems?
This used to be Splash.
Anyways, how you guys doing in chat? People are saying hot take. What hot take? It's not a hot take. I'm telling, whatever. Popcorn says outsourcing gets expensive. Yeah. Something else I've heard is Imagineers had a lot of problems with, like, you know, getting stuff. Like, think about this. You have to, first of all, you have to have your company be able to afford the animatronic, and then you actually have to have the animatronic made, you know, by Garner Holt. Then you actually have to get it in, and the other companies involved in the animatronics and Imagineering itself. So there's supply issues. You know, a lot of the parts come from China. So they have all sorts of holdups. It's not even just budget or creative. It's a multi-pronged issue here why we're seeing the slowdown in, you know, new investment and new stuff like we are. The scariest thing is that there's nothing coming down the pipeline soon. You know what I mean? Like, let's say that tomorrow they announce Villains Land back there, right? Or Coco area back there. When are we going to see that? 2027? Realistically, yeah. So we're already years after Epic Universe. They announced something right now. If they take one of the Blue Sky ideas and they start working on it right now, it's not going to be done till way after Epic Universe, years after. So that's something I've talked to Imagineers about. It's like, that's insane. That's insane just to think about. And that's facts. You can't argue with that. That's the truth. All right, we're going to see if we got any super chats on PayPal in a second here. Let me find a place to sit down. Plus. You guys like the shirt? Sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm just trying to get on the Wi-Fi here. You know how it is. You know how it is at Disney. There we go. You know, it's always kind of sad when I see people in places like this and they're working. They have to work when they're at Disney. That's so sad, isn't it? Like, how much did you pay to be here? Do you have to work? I'm like, oh man, I feel bad for those people. Come on, Disney Wi-Fi. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, here we go. One second, guys. Sorry about this. You know how it is with Disney Wi-Fi. Our favorite, our favorite. Okay, here we go. Awesome. All right, we got a super chat from Brittany. She says, hope you are well. Love your channels. When can we expect a new address unknown? So these videos require a lot of research. The one I'm currently working on, I did most of the research for like all of last year. But it's still in the works. I don't have an exact timetable for you. They take a lot of work, but there will be more address unknown historical documentaries. Don't you worry. I also want to go over to some colleges soon and do some more research with some of the, Disney documents. So I'm excited about that. And it looks like we also got a super chat here from Elaine. Awesome. Thank you so much, Elaine. All right, guys. I think we're good on the super chats. Let me get my bag packed up here and we'll keep going. We're not just doing Magic Kingdom. We're going to go over to the resort area too. I'll show you guys the Easter eggs. They're really cool. And we have to take a look at the Grand Floridian lobby before they mess it up. I also want to show you guys what's going on with that Polynesian DVC. You know, like that generic looking tower they're working on. I'll show you guys the latest on that live. We'll take a look at all of it. Maybe we'll even get a Dole Whip or something. Hey, look, there's a guy behind me. What's up? Oh, man. Getting photobombed. Oh, boy. I heard that the Grand Floridian lobby was going to be screwed with. Yep. Yes, it. Are we still here? Hello? No. All right. I think we're still here, but let me know, you guys. Okay. Yeah, you know how it is. I think we're going to get out of Magic Kingdom. We're going to stop by the Emporium first because Buster in the chat was talking about the Monorail playset. There's a new Monorail playset, so we got to take a look at that. Lulu says, meet up with Josh from Resort TV 1. Yeah, they do great work. Drew says that you sent 2 super chats that I didn't see. Uh-oh. Okay. SM 2022 super chat says, we were in Walt Disney World last week. Got to ride Tron 5 days in a row with individual lightning lane. Expensive, but very convenient. Wow, that's pretty cool. Expensive, though. You're enabling the lightning lane. You're enabling. If you pay for it, they'll keep doing it. They'll keep extorting us. I got a survey from Disney and they said, Brayden, I'm not kidding. I got a survey and they said, will you ever do Lightning Lane? I said, nope. They said, will you ever do Genie Plus? I said, nope, never. And they said, please tell us in 500 characters or less why that is. And I said, because it's enabling. It used to be free, and now you want me to pay for it? I already paid for admission.
Oh, you're right.
Crazy stuff.
I saw that sign.
I think the reason they're surveying guests about that and how much they don't like the reservations is that's something that they can take to managers. That's something that they can take to the higher ups. They can say, look, guests don't like the park passes. They don't like Genie. You see what I mean? And those are, what are those? Those are CHAPEC decisions. So those are things that I'm sure Iger would like to get rid of if they have an excuse to, you know what I mean? So that could be really good for us. So you got to think about the interpersonal leadership dynamics as well there. Why is it that all of a sudden Disney's listening to us on those things or surveying us about those things? Just for fun? No, there's a reason. Doesn't mean that anything will happen, but it means that, there's some contingent inside Disney that's trying to make it happen out there. So we salute them. Yeah, someone was saying I didn't get to super chats, so I'm scrolling through the entire chat here. It's hard to find super chats because they expire on screen and I can't see them anymore. It's not very convenient here. All right, we were heading over to the Emporium because now that the 50th is ending, guys, we're just a few days away from the 50th ending. They're getting rid of a lot of the 50th era merchandise. So remember they had the 50th monorail. Yeah, to the person that was saying I missed their 2 super chats, I scrolled up, I still can't see them. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on. If they were on PayPal, I'll check that again in a little bit. But if they're on here, I cannot see them. A lot of the streamers, they have a different app. I'm more of a noob at this. I don't do a ton of live streams, so I apologize about that. So guys, the 50th anniversary is coming to a close, like right now. We're a few days away here. And because of that, so they're getting rid of the 50th anniversary merchandise. So for the 50th anniversary, they introduced a new monorail, an updated monorail playset that had moving doors and all sorts of cool stuff. I heard some bad stuff about the reliability of that. The thing is that on the top of it, so it looked like the regular monorail, but then on the top of it, there was all this 50th like purple stuff, and I was kind of like, eh. So I was like, I'll wait till after the 50th anniversary when it just goes back to normal. Well, it turns out it's not going back to normal. Now they just put a different design on it that's even more crazy. So we'll take a look at the new playset here if we can find it. Hopefully the signal won't be too bad in here. Let's go. Where is it?
Dogs?
Oh boy. It's busy. Busy. And great to get to that main area where the ceiling is taller. Maybe. Whoa. All right, I think we're getting there. I think we're getting warmer. They sell a lot of shot glasses, I've noticed. Okay, we sell a lot of 50th stuff over here. They're trying to get it. Please buy it. Please buy it. We don't want to send this to the character warehouse. Please buy it. Please. Oh, that's kind of cool. That looks kind of good. '50th. So all 50th stuff. By the way, guys, appreciate the theming in here because this is another area that Disney's been eyeing to do like one of those modernization things with for a while. Like update the interior to make it more modern, even though we're supposed to be in Main Street. So enjoy all the molding and all the, all the cool columns and all that awesome stuff while it lasts here. Here are some of the 100 stuff. Okay, I think we're getting warmer. This looks like kids stuff. We should be near the play sets. Come on, come on. Sorry about this, guys. We're about to head over to the Poly to take a look at the construction over there. We're going to talk about the Starcruiser. There it is. Found it. Found it. We found it. This is the new Monorail playset. Look at what they did to it. So before it was like the regular Monorail, but then on the very top it had 50th designs. Now there's a sticker going all the way along it. Not a real sticker, it's painted on, but you know what I mean. They have this new design, this new wrap on it. You see that? This kind of looks like what they did to the Monorail out in Disneyland, like the real Monorail, where they have like Mickey on it and they do different designs. I'd prefer they just do the Monorail, you know, like what I have on my set, but there you go. There's the updated Monorail playset. It's kind of cool. It's cool. It definitely could have been worse, right? And I really like the new opening doors and stuff. But by the way, if you guys buy this, make sure all the doors are intact, because I've seen some of these in the store where the doors are already coming loose or they're missing.
Oh, good.
So you're definitely going to want to check on that
Now
stuff.
I can go check on the building.
All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Oh. Yo, guys, are we still going? My chat is like totally frozen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. We love all the technical problems. This has happened to me before on the YouTube app. The YouTube app is not good for streaming. Don't use the regular YouTube app. Let me check. Make sure we're still going here. One second, guys. This thing, I tell you. Come on, come on. Is it working? I think it is. Okay, yeah, I see your guys' chats. Oh, thank goodness. Oh no, now it's playing my voice double. Okay. All right, we're good. I just can't see the chats. I guess I'll just have to carry on my iPad like a goofball. All right. Ugh. That is so silly. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about the license plate frames and all that. All right, guys, we're good. Sorry. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Come on. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Are we good? Are we good? Are we back? Are we back? Are we good? Are we back? Are we back? Come on. Where did you go? I'm right here. What do you mean, where did I go? I'm still here at the Magic Kingdom. Okay, all right, we're good. Oh. Whew. You know, guys, the perils of technology, but at least I get to be here with all of you. We're back. We're back. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go on the resort monorail because the Grand Floridian walkway is closed, I believe. I don't think you can use it. Yeah, I think it's closed. I'm going to read the sign for you guys. We'll see. I think it's closed, though. Let's see. The path to Grand Floridian is temporarily closed. They're doing a bunch of work at the Grand Floridian on the actual buildings, not the lobby yet, just the buildings. So like they're updating the rooms and stuff. So basically right now you can't get from here to Grand Floridian. It's kind of sad. Oh, Vero Mike says take the boat. I don't know. I think it'll be faster if we take the... No, we were going to take the monorail. It's going to be faster. There's no boat here right now, so we have to wait for the boat. And the light is dying. We have to get over to the Poly. I don't know. It's always a crapshoot on these things. It's like, I don't know. Buster says the boat is loud. Yeah, the boat is awesome, though. Vero Mike's is right about that. Okay, there actually is one coming in right now. And the monorail is closing, so maybe I chose wrong. Watch us get in the Contemporary or something and the connection goes out again. That would be terrible. Yeah, and we lost like 300 viewers because, you know, I don't know. It just went out when I was by the tunnel or whatever. People need constant entertainment. Well, I think it's too late for the monorail. Wait, actually it's not, but now it's going to be because I was going slow. I'm just gonna stand here.
He's like, how come mom is not behind me? Are you taking your shoes off?
I bought a tennis bag that was
Do you have the other one? Do you have her other shoe?
Yeah, I put it back here. Because she like sits around that. But if I try to take it away from her, she freaks out.
Yeah, I just didn't know if she dropped it.
I'm standing up. It is busy, busy, busy.
Found it. Walking back to the Wow, good job, baby.
There we go.
You almost put it on. Try.
Please stand clear of the doors. I noticed the audio on the monorails is like really quiet on a lot of them, but some cabins it's loud. It's weird. I feel like it used to be louder. Cynthia says completely agree. No Genie Plus or Lightning Lane for me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I feel like, you know, if you do it, it's kind of like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Just, you know, extort us. But I get why people do it. You know, I have a luxury of I can go whenever I want, right? So it's easy for me to avoid because if it's a big line at a ride, I can just come back another day. You know what I mean? So I'm very cognizant of the fact that I'm in a very exceptional situation. So it's like your once in a lifetime or once in every few year vacation and you already so much money into getting here and sleeping here and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously, you know, do whatever you need to do. Look at that beautiful, beautiful. Wow, that's an awesome view. That is beautiful. We should see the back of this space here. There's people on the grass hanging out. Nice. There's this one weird spot where you can see the castle, kind of, not really. I wish we could have gone on the train, but it was already kind of, the train was already ending its run when we were coming in, so. There's space all updated. Yeah, you see how on the bottom it used to be blue and now it's like a tan color, kind of looks gray. I wish they kept it the blue color, but they clean splash. It looks so nice. Very clean. Uh-oh, we're slowing down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Traffic jam. You can see the Tron lights. There's Monorail Black. Oh, you can see the lights turning on Space now. I feel like those weren't there a second ago. See the purple? Mr. Pieman says, nice place to stop. Yeah, pretty nice place here. Pretty nice place to stop. As you said. Very good observation, sir. That ride building is a little oof. A little bit of an oof over there. Oof. You know, it really goes to what I was saying about, you know, it's not just about blue sky projects getting approved. It's about, you know, the final product, about it being something worthwhile, about it being something that is good with the sight lines. You know, you could say this is a backstage area, sort of where we are right now, but I mean, not really, you know, especially because all this is visible from the hotels. Like the Contemporary and Bay Lake, those are expensive hotels, and you're looking right at this. Also, you can see that from inside the park. It's very visible. Popcorn Brick says, I don't see anything. There's the Contemporary over there. I haven't been to the California Grill in a while. We're still beeping. Do you guys see where they've done patches on the monorail track? I remember back in 2017 or thereabouts, I made a video where I was like, the monorail's literally falling apart, and I was showing photos of all the edges of these beams where the concrete's coming out, and then not long after, Disney put in new cement. I don't think it was a safety issue because the wheels don't touch the edge of the track. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just an example of the infrastructure kind of falling apart a little bit. The Epcot line, I've been told by monorail drivers, the Epcot beams look nicer because they're limestone, whereas this is concrete. Or cement or concrete. I don't know, you know, one of those. We have actual construction people in the chat, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. Here we go through the hurricane doors. Now we're inside. What? Oh, the iPhone didn't like the hurricane doors. It's really confusing to get off of this. You have to go that way, but a lot of guests want to end up going the other way when they get off the monorail. So, can you see the Mary Blair mural? There it is. There it is. Oh, we got a super chat from the round table. Why do you think don't we ever see more older characters from the past? You're asking why the stuff we see in the park is always the new stuff. There's people getting off. Go ahead, sorry. My theory as to why you mostly see the new stuff promoted a lot, you would think it's because that's what's popular or whatever, but we know that's not really true. The old stuff is very popular too, and if they do focus groups, they find the old stuff is popular or more popular, you know? I think a lot of it is that it's not theirs, you know what I mean? Like, it's under the Disney umbrella, but is, you know, a project that was done, like a movie that was done in the 30s, is that really what the current people, the current executives, the current creatives identify with? That's kind of my theory with the Star Wars sequels, right? Like, they threw away a lot of the old stuff, and I think a lot of it is because that's not theirs. They didn't do that. You know what I mean? That was George Lucas's thing. They wanted to do their thing. So we'll take the parts that we like and we'll do a different thing, and we'll throw away the rest. See what I mean? I think that's a lot of why you don't see some of the older properties, you know, get new rides, new this, new that. It's not because they aren't very popular or because guests wouldn't love it, or that, you know, it would perform any worse than Moana or something. It's that it's not theirs. It's not the current people's thing. It's someone else. It's what someone else did a long time ago. And I think a lot of them have a problem with the stuff that was done a long time ago. As we've seen, look what they did to Splash. So, whether you like it or not, I mean, it's a fact that they have a problem with it. A lot of the older stuff. So, that's what it is. Just a dude said their thing was not good. It's like, exactly. Drew says, yo, third attempt to ask any... Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why your super chats weren't coming through. I apologize. Any reports of plans for assets being sold off due to financial issues? You're asking if they're going to separate ESPN or Fox. I don't think so. I think that, especially since Iger had so much to do with those acquisitions, I think he wants to keep them in-house at all costs. And that's part of Disney's portfolio of assets, too. Okay, the doors are closing. We're good. No, I think we're going to keep... Yeah, the driver's talking is so quiet. Like, the announcements are really quiet. The stand clear of the doors is inaudible on this cabin. And you can barely hear the monorail driver. They have to fix the audio on these monorails. It should be loud. Like, you should be able to hear the narration very loudly, in my opinion. I think that'd be cool. But what Drew was saying, asking about, like, the selling off assets, if Disney starts doing that, we're in trouble. Because that's not something that they want to do. I think that'd be bad for the stock, too, because it's less assets under Disney's control. And that's what it's all about, right? But no, I think Iger wants to keep all that stuff in-house. A lot of those 7,000 layoffs, I think they're going to be at those sorts of places, like Freeform and the Fox properties. I think they're doing a lot of layoffs from executives in management and people in those areas. So instead of selling off Fox, they're just going to slim it down by a lot. And they already have been doing that, and they're continuing to do that right now. We're going to the TTC, and then we'll be at the Poly. We'll get there. We could have had a nice walk, a nice stroll on the Grand Floridian, but it's completely blocked out. You guys will see. I'll show you later. It's crazy. I think we should be able to see the Poly in a second. I'm trying not to show other people if I can help it.
We'll wait.
I also saw that we got a big super chat on over on PayPal, so I will look at that once I'm able to use Wi-Fi on the iPad. We'll take a look at that when we're at the Poly. So shout out to that person and whatever else we got. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Oh, Chris asked, are you going to try the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue restaurant? The Roundup Rodeo, the Rodeo Roundup? No, it's the Roundup Rodeo. No, just kidding. I'm not kidding, but I'm just messing with you. Yeah, maybe. I haven't really looked at any of the reviews so far. The food looked like it might be good. I just did the Epcot restaurant that's kind of like that, the Smokehouse, the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. I hadn't done that. The last time I did that was on stream with you guys right before the events of March of 2020, if you guys recall that. Remember that? Some of you guys have been here that long. C Malday Win 14 says favorite hotel on Disney property, coast aside. Grand Floridian. It's close though. It used to be Grand Floridian by a lot, but I'd say Grand Floridian, Poly. I like Coronado a lot. The new part actually, like the Grandestino part. That was somewhere where the sort of nondescript style actually kind of worked, I think. I don't like the de-theming they're doing to the hotels, and they're also de-theming other parts of the Coronado, which I saw recently, and I don't like that. You know what's kind of surprising is I always thought the Riviera seemed kind of boring, but I was over there a couple weeks ago, and they actually have like a cool like coffee shop and like book room area, like library area that's like quiet and has all sorts of cool hidden details. I actually found some cool stuff. Drew says when you're moving around, turn your Wi-Fi off. The Wi-Fi isn't on. The Wi-Fi isn't on my phone. It's all cellular on my phone. I was talking about on the iPad. I don't have a cellular iPad, so to check. So if I need to check something during the stream on my phone is preoccupied, I need to be able to use another device. So I have my iPad with me, but I have to be on Wi-Fi for that. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, no worries. What are we on? We're on Coral, Monorail Coral. We're at the TTC. Oh yeah, about the TTC. So remember for the 50th, they painted, like it used to be all turquoise and purple. They painted the inside parts, like in here, they painted this blue, light blue, gold, royal blue, like 50th colors. But immediately outside of the TTC, so like the security area and everything beyond that, it's still all the old color scheme. And then on the road, you have all those really cool signs that have that purple, yellow, and turquoise color scheme, which I think looks awesome. But then now they also have other signs, which are the blue and gold. It's all very messy now. And the new blue and gold is not as cool. Let me know what you guys think. The round table, thank you for the super chat. Who is left in the company that is able to make decisions that still have the magic that they had in the past? Iger. You have to get direct to Iger. And that's what we're hoping can happen now, because I don't know if you guys saw this, but Iger is put in a guy who left Imagineering in 2016 to co-lead Imagineering with the current president there, who is new to Imagineering and is an outside hire that Chapek put in, a Chapek person. So what that means is now when the Imagineers have an idea, potentially, instead of having to go through Melissa Valaquette at Magic Kingdom, who may turn it down, and then Jeff Vail, who's the president of Walt Disney World, he might turn it down, and then Josh D'Amaro, nothing gets past him, he might turn it down. There might be a way now to just go around that whole structure and talk right directly to Iger, because one of Iger's friends, Iger's buddies, is now going to be co-leading Imagineering. He's back. So now there's a direct line between the creative at Imagineering and Iger, who can provide the money for projects. So that's pretty cool. Whatever you think of Iger, I know we talk a lot about that, but that could be nice. That's not something that we had under Chapek. So any good news is good news, right? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Can we see the, no, we really can't. We'll be over there in a minute. Oh, there's the monorail. There are the trams. The trams are the bane of my existence. I feel like every time I need to get on the tram, it's like no further boarding, and then you have to wait 5 minutes for the next tram, and then you have to sit on the tram for 20 minutes, and then it moves. It's like, why don't I just walk? Oh wow, look at this line of people trying to get into the Poly. Busy day at the Poly, wow. All right, we're almost here. We will be able to walk from the Poly to the Grand, but it's like a really weird like backstage pathway where you have to go across the street back there. So that'll be kind of fun to do, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Here's this updated area they did. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Oh yeah, here we go. Gotta get the glasses back on to go inside at night to the Polynesian. You know how it is.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. Stay here. We're about to get off the monorail. I apologize for all the waiting around.
Hi, Kate. Love your videos, Fred.
Thank you. All right. We are on our way. I love this area. Isn't this area so cool at the Poly? Oh, that's so awesome. So cool. There you go. Oh, they got the torches on. Let's go. The Polynesian is so awesome. Oh, you guys want to see something that I didn't notice before? I noticed this the other day. I don't know what this used to be called, but now this shop up here is called the Moana Mercantile. So we have a Moana thing coming to Animal Kingdom, a meet and greet that's about to debut, right? Or later this year. And then we have the Moana stuff at Epcot because they want attendance in Animal Kingdom and Epcot. So they're putting Moana in it. And we also have Moana here of all places. And then here you can see the 50th is ending. We have all the 100th stuff. It's a little crazy here. Whoa! I do like how they have a little bit of an Art Deco thing going here. See this? It's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. That looks pretty nice. They're doing kind of like an Art Deco thing there. Embroidered. Do you guys remember then when this used to be a jungle over here? I was asking someone else here with, and they're like, no, I don't remember that. I'm like, oh, this area used to have fountains and it smelled crazy. Do you guys remember that? When I first stayed here in 2006, it was my first time at Disney. I was like, whoa. They also updated the Kona Cafe interior over there. You can kind of see. It's just like themed wallpaper. It's nothing too fancy. Oh yeah, something else is when I was a kid, I used to love to do the pressed pennies, but I would always find like the shiniest pennies and bring them to Disney and then put them in. Now you don't put in your own penny. You just swipe your credit card. I feel like part of the appeal to put in each coin and then slide the thing, and then remember there was the wheel and all that. Now it's just all automated, which is kind of, it is what it is. I've never done Ohana. I've heard good things though. Mr. Pyman says that Moana Mercantile has always been the name. Has it actually? That's amazing. I didn't know that. I see Moana everywhere now. I can't even. Moana's watching me sleep. Point still stands about Moana. Maybe it was always Moana. Maybe it was always Moana Mercantile. I don't know if it was. That sounds crazy. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe that's where they got the name from. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, isn't that interesting what they did to the pressed penny machines? Yeah, like there's no, like it's just, you just swipe your credit card. Look, it's tap to pay. You tap to pay and then it just gives you a penny. Like the whole mechanical appeal of it. I mean, you still have the window here where you can see your penny get made. So that's cool. But they really kind of removed a lot of the interaction. That was like a big part of it. They got rid of the tactile nature of it. This is a really cool storefront. Oh yeah, they have these at every hotel where it says Celebrate Your Story, and then it's like a different princess. We're gonna go try to see if we can see the the new DVC before everything gets too dark here. It is already getting really dark. Behind this door is Trader Sam's. I've never been in there, but I've seen in there. It looks really cool. All right, now we're by the marina. The marina. Larry says that no one has changed anymore. Well, like how different is it from when I went as a kid? Like that wasn't that long ago. That was like 2013, 2015. It's not like credit cards weren't as big then. I mean, they were. I can't imagine there's been that much of a change in people carrying coins since then. Most people didn't carry coins back then either. You brought coins. That was what the press pennies were all about. And you could pay, I think you could just ask for change. You could just have them go split up like cash, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what Disney didn't like. I feel you're just trying to get rid of the need to have change or whatever. I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange to me. I swear that, yeah, you used to just be able to go like take $1 and be like, hey, can you split this up so I can use the press penny machine? And I think there were ways that you could pay other ways, but it was just cool to have the tactile thing going on there. Larry says there's a coin shortage. Yeah, I've heard that. A lot of places are just going cashless though, which seems like a convenience thing to me, but. So who knows? Oh yeah, where are all the rental boats? Yeah, I heard they got rid of the little speeder ones. They still have the pontoon boats at Grand Floridian. I've seen them over there. But yeah, they used to have so many watercraft out here. Remember they had like you can go look it up. Like 1970s Polynesian. They had like these weird like circular boat things that you could sit in, and they had on the beach they had the sailboats, which were just for theme a lot of the time, but like way back when, I think they did have sailboats that actually went out on the water. They also had some sort of like party ship where it was like a bar. It was like this like boat with a bar on it, and I think they sold it. Disney sold it. That was a long time ago. Try not to film people on the beach too much here, but yeah, there's Magic Kingdom over there. All right, so where's this tower? Oh no, I don't want to step in the sand. No! It's over there, you guys can see it. Look at that thing. So here's the new tower. Marcella says, where are you heading? I'm just walking around the Poly here so we can see the Poly DVC. When we go over to the Grand, it'll kind of be out of view, so. Well, actually it won't be. We'll be able to look at the back side of it. But yeah, there it is. There it is. It's getting taller every day. You see the top of it there, that's the elevator shaft. They just keep adding another floor and another floor. It's a prefab building, so they truck in the pieces of concrete, the pieces of cement, and put them in a position over there. So, you know, we can't really gauge a whole lot off of this. Like, you know, even I remember when this is what the Grand Floridian DVC tower looked like, and that actually turned out pretty good, but that was a different time. And we've seen the concept art for what this is going to look like. It looks like a Hilton. Oh, it's really windy out here. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. It looks like something off the interstate. I mean, it looks nice, but like nice, like, you know, you're in just like a normal area nice. So not Disney nice. KJ Dino says, are there any updates regarding dining, specifically character dining at Trattoria Al Forno and the 1900 Park Fair? Thank you so much for the super chat. I am not long on the dining. Look, it's just me down here. You know, I'm 23. Like I haven't done most of the dining at Disney. I did see I don't have any news on those, but I have been over at the Grand Floridian a lot lately, and it was closed up, the 1900 thing. Yeah, the marina is so empty. Look at this. Used to be filled with boats. The boats over there are the security boats, the ones that they use where they say, you know, if you take one of the pontoon boats out from Grand Floridian, you know, they go by you and say, hey, get out of the way of the ferry or something like that. I've never actually been out there. I really want to, because I kind of want to go like over on Bay Lake, look at Discovery Island, not go on it, but you know what I mean? Like go around that whole Bay Lake area. That'd be so cool. A future endeavor. I feel like I've been talking about that forever. All right, so that's the deal with the DVC. We're going to see the back of it as we walk over to the Grand. I was going to get a Dole Whip, but I think we're just going to go straight over to the Grand because, I don't know, I need to be talking. I can't be eating while I'm talking, right? So that just kind of make things more complicated. And I need to check the PayPal, so we'll get to all that. But we're just going to do some more news coverage, some more ranting here. So what were we talking about? Okay, so we talked about the Imagineering thing. So there's an Imagineering structural shakeup where the new president of WDI came from this architecture firm, Gensler, and the Walt Disney World president we had forever, I mean, the WDI, the Walt Disney Imagineering president we had forever, Weiss, he went over to fill her role at Gensler. So they did like a musical chairs thing where there's this outside firm where we have a new president of Imagineering from there, and then the former president of Imagineering went over there. So that's very strange. And that was all under Chapek, of course. Chapek idea. So now the deal is that now that Iger's in here and he's talking about creative leading, giving creative more room to do what they actually want to do, he brought in an Imagineer that we used to have who left in 2016, and he's going to co-lead Imagineering, which is very exciting because he, I understand, has a personal, you know, he's like an Iger guy, right? Like he talks to Iger. So the fact that we now have a creative at Imagineering who has a direct line to Iger and can tell them what they're thinking of, what their ideas are, that fast tracks these projects, right? Or getting something through instead of having to go through the bureaucratic, the red tape, the structure that we saw under Chapek. So that's very exciting. So that was the Imagineering stuff we were talking about. So here I'm coming up on the, I'm trying to talk a little quieter because people are probably going to sleep. I don't know. Here we are where the pathway stops and everything beyond here is the DVC tower. So now we have to find our way over to the Grand. Good to go out this way. Very fun, very crazy. Buster says, no, Braden, why? What did I say, Buster? What did I say? And then the layoff stuff that I mentioned in the title. So they're doing these waves of layoffs. They're actually starting. We heard them announced a while ago, the first 7,000 layoffs. Now they're actually starting. So the first wave is happening right now. People are being told right now. It seems like it's a lot of the Fox stuff that Disney acquired. A lot of people there are getting laid off. It seems like that's where it mostly is right now. There's going to be multiple waves. And parks are going to be affected, but it seems like it's mostly going to be management. And it should not be Imagineering. It sounds like Imagineering is already pretty cleared out, so we shouldn't see any more cuts there, which is good news. So nice out here. And then the concern though is that the way Disney was talking about the waves of layoffs, it sounds like the 7,000 are before summer, and there may be more after that. So it may end up being more than 7,000, which is pretty crazy. So we'll see how that goes. And then the last thing we were going to talk about that was in the title is the stuff about the Galactic Starcruiser. Drew says, yo, Seattle-based cast member here, your passionate commentary, good, bad, and professional in-depth content is way appreciated. Amazing perspective. Thank you so much for the kind words, Drew. Yeah, so the thing about the Starcruiser, this is crazy. So starting today, you can get, if you're a pass holder, starting today, you can get up to 35% off Disney Resort hotels, and at the Starcruiser, you can get 30% off voyages in the summer. So as you guys probably saw already, maybe you guys didn't hear this, but the Galactic Starcruiser, they've been having major attendance problems. So what they've done is, okay, now we're out here on the road. That's nice. They really don't make it that easy to get over to the Grand Floridian. I'm out here on like some road. We'll get over there, I think. How did I get over there last time? I can't even remember. I'm not lost. What I was saying about the Starcruiser, so these dates in the summer, you can get them 30% off if you're an annual pass holder. So Disney's like, you know, they've had low demand at the Starcruiser, and now what they're doing is, sorry guys, I'm crossing the road. So we've talked about how they haven't, they haven't discounted the Starcruiser even though the demand has been low. They've just been cutting dates, but keeping the price insanely high. And I'd argue that the reason they haven't done anything there is because they can't. I don't think they actually can. Because it costs so much to have all the actors and do all the whatever. Like, the business model doesn't actually work without charging the guests a ton per and having the Starcruiser filled up. So because they can't fill it up, you know, first they tried, we'll give out a bunch of free voyages to people, and then maybe they will go, you know, to a bunch of like travel agents and stuff, and then that didn't work. And then they just started reducing the number of voyages, and then they reduced the number of dinners because they didn't have that many people on there. That was another indication that occupancy was low. And now you can, if you're a pass holder, get 30% off the summer voyages, the ones they haven't eliminated. So the end is near for the Starcruiser. I told you guys in the beginning I thought it was a galactic failure. There's no way this lasts, and I still maintain that. And people are saying, well, just turn it into a regular hotel. I don't know if it's enough rooms. And if they turn it into a regular hotel, they have to get rid of all those actors. The business model wouldn't work. So the Starcruiser as it currently exists cannot go on if they cannot get people to commit to that insane number. So they're trying to do like promotional discounts here. They're starting to finally do discounts. So 30% off if you want to do that through the summer. That might keep the Starcruiser going a little longer. I think that some people will definitely jump on that offer to get it cheaper, because the price is obviously the huge problem with the Starcruiser. Some people have been interested and they just haven't been able to afford it. So that might work for them. So that's the news with the Starcruiser. I'd be surprised if it's around much longer. So I crossed the road, but there's no sidewalk on this side of the road, and they're supposed to be over to the Grand Floridian. Now I'm at Shades of Green, which is not where I'm supposed to be. So shout out to Disney with the very clearly easy to read and follow signage. We need to get down there. The Grand Floridian's that way. What if those are Mickey Views fans right there? What if they're following me? Oh man. So yeah, that's what's going on in the Starcruiser. I have to tell you guys, I told you guys from the beginning I thought it was a galactic failure. When I made that video, I will concede this, when I made that video, there was no way I was thinking, oh yeah, no, in the middle of 2023, you'll still be able to book the Starcruiser. Like, I thought it would be done before now. Like, I thought it'd be such a disaster. They'd be like, no, this isn't gonna work. So I'm surprised how long it's lasted, actually, I will say. I might have to go back on the monorail. I seriously cannot. Come on. Come on. Come on. Use my satellite phone and call the rescue rangers. Yeah, no, I'm not that lost. I know exactly where I am, but I'm lost in terms of I know there's like a, basically the pathway is completely destroyed between here and the Grand Floridian, but for a while, and I used it once, you could cross the road and then there was a walkway on the other side, and you'd like snake back across this backstage cast member road a bunch of times to get over to the walkway. But I seriously don't know how to get there. Okay. Okay, guys, check this out. All 12,000 of you watching. So when I was ranting about the Starcruiser, I went that way. But the sign that I did not see says walkway to Grand Floridian. All right. Finally, something that we can definitively say is not Disney's fault. Good job, Braden. Good job. Good job, goofball. All right, we're on the right walkway now. We did it. High IQ guy here. Redirectional arrows wrong. Let's go. Yeah, guys, that's what's going on at Disney. So I'm pretty optimistic about the Imagineering situation in terms of there's now a direct line between creative and Iger. That's not like a talking point or like, I saw Iger on CNBC and he said that he cares about creative. I'm telling you, like, inside of Imagineering, like, I believe this is now the case. I'm not basing it off of anything that anyone said. So I am excited about that. The problem is more the funding and what is actually being approved. That's what we need to focus on. It's not just blue sky, it's what is actually being approved. Because a lot of stuff that we've been seeing approved, it's like, you know, take animatronics out of Splash Mountain and put in new music. You know what I mean? Like, is that like a really, that's where the money's going, seriously? So we can reduce future maintenance costs. You know, so it's about, and it's a lot of like turf fields and, you know, like stuff that you would see at a mall, like just cheap ways to increase capacity, to increase square footage. So we need to see actual attractions approved, like actual expansions that include attractions. That's what we need to see. So that's what we need. That's what we need to worry about. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Here's this walkway. Very shady walkway, as you can see. We are backstage at Disney, effectively. Hey, no filming backstage. I am not. I am on the approved guest area. Oh wow, I see guests over there. So Disney's put these work lights out so that guests can try to see their way over to the Grand. It's so funny. It's so funny the lengths that they've gone through to keep this walkway open. It's actually pretty funny if you think about it. Because not that many people walk between the Grand Floridian and the Poly, especially when it's completely blocked off and almost impossible to find this pathway. But they put down asphalt for it. They put up these work lights so that guests can see where they're going. That actually is pretty funny. It's kind of like our own little area. Wait, are there people in the chat following me around driving on this road? Stop doing that. That's creepy. What's wrong with you? Can't really see anything inside right now. It's all dark. They're not doing any work here right now. It's completely dark. That's weird. Okay, I think we're clear this way. Please stop. Please stop. All right, we're good. We're good. Whew. All right, we're on the other side of the even shadier walkway. All right, here we are. We're at Disney, guys. This is the walkway. We're out here. Smells nice. Diesel. There's someone driving on the guest walkway trying to hook a Yui or follow me or something. What's going on? Stop following me. No, I'm just kidding. And then the funny thing is, at the end of this walkway, it just like drops you off in the middle of, I think it's like the convention parking lot or like the cast member parking lot. It's somewhere weird here. So funny. We're really in the nature now, though. I can hear a cricket. Oh, look, there's the tower. We can listen to that cricket and we can look at the tower. Buster says that Moana's following me. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to end this stream and that Moana mercantile sign is going to say something else. It was on my head. Yeah, that cricket really sets the tone. That's what I think. When people think of the Poly DVC tower, Chapek comes up there. He's like, we're dropping a Hilton in the middle of the thing. That's the audience reaction. Oh, someone says that's a tree frog. Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's pretty loud. There's also a sign on the ground here. It sounds like it's coming from over there. Yeah, Florida has all sorts of crazy animals. That's something I really liked about living down here. You see all sorts of crazy stuff. We got some crazy birds. Oh yeah, there's near my house there's like this wildlife, like reserve area, and I'll go over there and you'll just hear all sorts of crazy noises. Like, I don't know, I think they're frogs or something, but just like really like weird, like low-pitched animal noises. I don't even know. I'm like, what is that? It sounds like a horn almost. I'm like, that's so crazy, like all night. But yeah, Florida's pretty interesting. And the Pargo path is closed. Please use alternate route through Grand Floridian. Oh boy. All right, so now we have to cross this road without dying. We got cars coming this way and we got cars coming this way. This one's slowing down, I think. That one went right through. All right, please don't run me over. Okay, we're good. Yeah, this is not the most ideal Disney. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Yeah, see, now we're in like a security area thing. We are at the wedding pavilion. That's where you get dropped off. And then you pass these cones. And then suddenly you're at the Grand Floridian. Not the most efficient way to get over here, but that's what happens when they're building a big tower. Look at over there. That's pretty big. Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, no, from closer up, you can see how big it is. It's a big boy. Casey says, just run across. Yeah. Look, Florida. I don't know. I like both cars to stop, honestly. Like, or be stopping at least. Like, I don't want to hold up the cars, you know, by like waiting forever to cross, but I'm not going to step out in front of a car that's going full speed just because, like, oh, well, they're going to stop. Like, you don't know that. You see how many people are on their phones now when they're driving? Like, you never know. You want to be careful. All right, we have made it over here. Hey, we got a super chat. By the way, those of you who did it on PayPal, I'll check those when we get in the beautiful Grand Floridian lobby. We'll be soaking that in a second here. It'll be so awesome. Made in Wonderland says, hi, Braden. Always appreciate your honest and concise takes on all things Disney. Any word on Cindy's Castle going back to OG colors post 50th? Oh, I got some news for you guys. I don't think I ever did a video about this. No one else has really talked about it. You guys know I'm kind of the expert when it comes to the castle thing. I broke the news of the Rose Gold Castle. You know, other haters, you know, other people who don't know what they're talking about are like, he's wrong. And actually they were wrong. Anyways, here's what's going on with the castle. So the original plan was they were going to do the 50th castle and then they were going to paint it back. And that's what I was telling you guys. And then I heard that the Walt Disney World president didn't want to pay to turn it back. And the idea, and I think this is currently the idea, hopefully this is being changed because this sounds so cheap, it's insane. The idea is just leave it as it is. Just take the decorations off and see how it is and just let the rose gold fade over time until it gets so bad that they paint it back to the original. So that's how like stretched they are for money. Just insane. Just think about that. That's so crazy. Now, I will tell you guys, that sounds so ridiculous. I don't see why it would be so costly to repaint the castle the correct color. The regular paint, I don't know, I guess it's kind of expensive. Disney somehow spends millions of dollars on paint. I don't know how. The thing is that I'm pretty sure the people who do the paint are maintenance workers. Like they're already employed, they're employed regardless. So I don't really understand why it's a huge cost to go in and repaint the castle. I'm pretty sure the people who paint the castle are paid regardless of if they're painting the castle or if they're not painting the castle. You see what I mean? It's not like you're getting a contractor and you have to set up, you have to get a construction loan. I mean, we're talking about like basic maintenance here. It just counts as maintenance. So I don't understand why there's such a funding issue with something as basic as painting stuff. We've seen similar nickel and diming. Have you guys seen over in Tomorrowland how they still have some of those retro futuristic tower things that were supposed to be removed inside for Tron? Same thing. I believe that was Walt Disney World president Jeff Vail who canceled the Tomorrowland updates. He said, no one cares. They'll keep coming regardless. Don't worry about it. Like, that's how cheap they are. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. That has to stop. That's insane. Drew says, have you heard any news on the Lake Nona campus? Yep, it's still going forward. It's still going forward. The Disney campus in Florida, that still should be happening. Disney's continuing to be active on that project and on the plans for that project. They're continuing to develop it and go through all the rigmarole, all the red tape. So I know there's stuff about like, they're holding off the Imagineering move to Florida or whatever, but it still seems like the campus is going to happen because they already have the tax break lined up. All that sort of stuff. People are saying because of Disney's issues with the governor, it might not happen, but it's like you have the tax break. It would be cheaper to get talent here. So I don't know. I still think it's likely to happen. But it could not. It could not. We'll see if it falls through. It is a Chapek era thing, and I think we're starting to see a lot of those go boop now that Iger's back. Because it's like, oh, that's a Chapek thing. We don't want to do that. I wasn't opposed to the campus in Florida. I just didn't like how they were using it as a way to basically like get some of the old Imagineers out, because a lot of Imagineers want to stay in LA, right? So you say, oh, well, everyone has to move or you're fired. You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously a way to get rid of some of the old people and get cheaper talent down here from the schools. So that was what I didn't appreciate about the the whole Lake Nona thing. But the actual idea of having a really nice campus down here for just all sorts of Disney jobs and Imagineering as well sounded cool to me. We already have an Imagineering office down here in Epcot, behind the Wonders of Life. So it'd be cool if they had a facility in Lake Nona. That'd be awesome. I think the issue is Chapek was making it like it's that or nothing, which is not good. That's so cool. So we'll see if the Lake Nona thing happens. I don't have any inside intel on if that's actually going to end up happening, because the way that Disney negotiates these things is so bizarre. Like the Brightline thing, like they were gonna have a Brightline station and they just stopped talking to Brightline. It totally fell through, and now Disney's totally out of the plan. I don't know why they do that, but that's what Disney does. They don't want to spend any money. They don't want to spend money even if it benefits them, which is just so weird. So we'll see what happens with the castle. The person was asking, but I've heard, so what will happen is they're going to take the decorations off of it, and then hopefully we will see them restore it to the original castle. Now, something that I suspect is I think they might keep the gold trim maybe, or they might keep the more deep royal blue turrets, as opposed to doing the original washed blue turrets where it's like more of like a lighter blue color. So we'll see how that goes. So there might be a difference there, but I'm really hoping they still do something with the castle after the 50th here. You guys saw my thumbnail on my last video. I put it where there's the 100th emblem on the castle. Maybe they'll do that, but I haven't heard anything about that at all. It's been totally tentative and up in the air. They're flying by the seat of their pants. Like you'd be amazed how little planning there is. Check out this caddy right here. Do you guys remember, if you ever went to the Grand Floridian, there used to be the old man who would greet you? He passed away a few years ago, I believe, but that was really cool. He'd always hang out by his car here. That was so awesome. The Grand is so cool. I think I like the Grand because it's a little understated, but it's so cool. I think a lot of people don't like the Grand Floridian because they don't really care that much about the theme. It doesn't speak to them that much, and it's extremely expensive. This is a very overpriced hotel, but you sure do get something for your money here. Definitely worth a visit at least while on your trip. Tamara K says, with Brightline out, any chance Magical Express returns? That has something to do with busing. That has something to do with mirrors and the transport and all that. I hope they bring it back. I think they have surveyed guests about that, but I think there was some sort of negotiation issue there, so it wasn't just about Brightline. Brian says the Grand Floridian is the opposite of understated. I don't know. That's not what the people who are about to change it think. They say that it's boring and it's old and it's like for grandpas and it's not. It needs to be more modern. I'm worried that they're going to paint all of this that color. You see that new area they added, which is French and not Victorian at all. I'm worried that's going to be the color of the whole area. This is such a beautiful area, guys. There's a bunch of cool Easter egg things in here we'll take a look at. So this is the inside of the Grand Floridian that is going to be updated soon. I'll tell you what I want them to fix. You guys see these skylights up here? There's been tarp and painter's tape on the other side of the stained glass for a really long time. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but maybe you can. Like, look right there. Do you see that? Do you see where there's like tarp there? If you actually look at this in person, there's like painter's tape, tarp, all sorts of stuff on the opposite side, stained glass here. So that's really dirty and not professional. They need to fix that. I'm guessing these chandeliers are going to go. These aren't modern enough or whatever. And I think that that's going to go. I think the bird cage might be done, but hopefully they'll keep the marble. If they get rid of the marble, then it's just over at that point. They got rid of the band, they get rid of the marble. I don't think they will. I think the marble's safe. If they get rid of it, that'd be insane. I really hope they don't do that. But the bird cage might be going away. We'll see. Contemporary was sort of ruined by the Incredibles theme. Yeah, no, the Incredibles theme is super tacky. It doesn't even seem like a deluxe resort anymore. It seems like a value resort, the way they did that. There's like these really tacky wallpapers everywhere. They got to fix the Contemporary. That looks really bad. This is so cool. Look at this. It's a giant. This is Kevin. I think it's made out of chocolate. And if you look down here, there's baby Kevins. Look at that. Yeah, it's just over. Samuel says, hey, Braden, thank you so much for a super chat. Any plans to go to Disneyland Paris and check out the expansion? No, but I would like to go to Disneyland Paris, but no, I currently do not have any plans. Here we have, so yeah, these are all actual food, guys. It's pretty cool. It's really amazing, all the artwork that they do. I watched them actually make some of these because I visited multiple times. See over there on the table? There was an artist actually doing them on that table over there. So they like stencil out the egg and then they actually paint in all the characters. So cool. This one's 3-dimensional. See that? Looks kind of funny. Whoa. That's funny. John, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Means a lot. But yeah, this is just a beautiful, beautiful area. Here's the piano. The piano they got going during the day. You know what's funny is there's department stores down here that have a piano player more of the day than the Grand Floridian does, which is, and we don't have the band here anymore either. For the amount that guests are paying, like this is all we got, seriously, kind of absurd. But at least they have that. But we should not be saying at least when it comes to Disney's flagship resort in the entire world. Well, at least they have that. There's Figment. That's so awesome. Don't they have the fountain somewhere? I think they have. I think they did the fountain. Maybe not. The Epcot fountain. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't see it actually. There we got Orange Bird. Cool Walt one they did. See, there's Walt. Walt, what's going on, buddy?
Want to stick around?
And then they have the blueprint of Cinderella Castle. Very cool. Yeah, sure. Awesome. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Uh-oh, they know me. They know me, guys. Mickey View's got the Mickey sticker. It's always a little scary when people you never see before are like, hey, Braden, blah, 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 blah. Tomater, very cool. Oh yeah, I thought this was cool. See, so it's like they made this out of food. See, so it's a stove, and then they also have the egg dye. Buster says, looks like Walmart stickers. This is the classic Mickey sticker. I like that sticker. Nah, it doesn't look like Walmart. It's nice. I'm sure it costs 1 cent, but it's not about that. It's about the thought. It's about the cast member interaction and all that good stuff. Here we have Princess and the Frog, coming soon to the Magic Kingdom. This fish seems like he needs some help. Chocolate sculpture, hand decorated by the Grand Floridian Bakery. Look at that. That is amazing. That is so cool. I have no idea how they do all that. Wow. There's the rose gold. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the rose gold. That was a really good question. Yeah, I think my inclination is that they are going to paint back the castle, because I think that because of the way the Florida sun is, they're going to take those, you know, those ribbon things they put on the side, the fiberglass ribbon things on the side of the 50th castle. I feel like they're going to take those off, and there's going to be a scar. There's going to be a scar behind those because the sun didn't reach those areas. It's going to look really bad, and they're going to have to paint it. They're going to have to paint it. And then once you already have the painting crews out there, you might as well get rid of the rose gold. You might as well just finish the job, right? So I do think that they are going to paint back the castle, but the fact that they're dragging their feet on it and like, well, maybe we will. We'll see. It's like, what do you mean maybe we will? We have like 3 days left till the 50th is over. Like, what's going on? But the last update I got on that was over a month ago. So maybe they've developed more of a plan since then, but they really are kind of going crazy with how little of plans there are. This is so awesome, guys. I love this area. Look at all the seating. There's not a gift shop in the middle. I mean, there kind of is, but this is on theme. This is nice. If you guys were wondering about the food here, I can actually show it to you that you can get. They have like a little pop-up thing, which is Easter, a little Easter thing. I was here with somebody last week, and we got the carrot and the dirt thing here. Yeah, we got that. It's like a white chocolate type of deal. And then we got this, which is the dirt cup. The prices are a little crazy on this stuff, but you are at the Grand Floridian, so. But here are your food options at this little pop-up Easter thing that they're doing here. We thought about getting this. There's a peanut butter cereal egg. Do you guys see that there? That looks kind of good. They also have this egg where I think there's stuff in it or something. Really cool. This is a box. You get all this stuff in the box for $50. That is what we got here. That egg is pretty cool. Let's do the stairs. Let's do the stairs. So what are you guys thinking? What do you think they're going to replace? I think they're going to replace the carpet. I think they're going to get rid of the, like, this type of carpet. They'll probably just do, like, an abstract theme that's easier to do. We'll see. I think that they might also get rid of these current lights. I think they'll update the lights. The new resorts like the Riviera have really fancy sort of lights. I think they might switch out these lights. I hope they don't switch them out for something more Art Deco, though. That's what I'm worried about. I feel like they're going to put... That's what they like lately. They like to put in Art Deco type stuff, like inspired stuff. That's just not the right theme for this. And over here, we have one of the Celebrate Her Story things. Isn't Edna Mode voiced by Brad Bird? Here we have the marble and all this awesome stuff. It's just so cool. And then here we have the beautiful staircase. Disney Dreamer asked when the Grand Floridian was last updated. Why does it need to be updated? Like, why can't they just refurbish it and maintain it? I've seen them replace this carpet multiple times. This carpet's probably like 2, 3, maybe 4 years max old. They replace this stuff very frequently. Like, why does the theme need to be updated? It's Victorian. Like, why? What's the update? Do you mean the rooms? Like, keep the rooms fresh and modern looking? They have done that. They did that. They did that in the 2010s twice, I believe, and they're doing that right now on the outside. This is like construction zone. So they do a lot of updates. I just don't like that they're updating the theme. Like, the theme itself needs an update. Like, that just sounds insane to me. Do you look at this and you think, oh, old? I think they need to change it. I like how they used to be more understated with the characters. Like, the characters are immediately, like, you see them, you know, but it's like a fun, it's a little, like, it's part of it, you know what I mean? Now it's got to be really obnoxious. We got to have, like, a giant Mickey statue here or something, you guys know what I mean. I just find that to all be a little crazy. Here you guys can really see what I was talking about, where the skylights are like really, really messed up. Look at this. Someone left like painter's tape up here. I'm not making this up. Look, you can see it right there. Look. See that? You see that? This has been like this for a long time, like maybe 5 years. You can see the tarp. There's a tarp up here. That's a tarp. That's that plastic sheeting, and then there's tape, and then there's more tape right there, and then another piece over there. Did they just forget or something? What the heck? And then there we have the bar over there. That's where the band used to be. Remember that? People are saying that it looks 90s in here or 80s in here. I don't know. Looks pretty perfect to me is all I'm going to say. They could do something with the bird cage. I've never been like super attached to that. But it's pretty awesome in here, guys. And the way that elevator is, it's just so awesome. They could do something with the chandeliers, maybe. And then up here you have the club level. I've actually done the club level here before. It runs you quite a lot. So the food is right there. See that 4th floor over there? There's a big table over there with, what are they called? Sugar cookies that are so, so good. And then you have all the rooms, 3, 4, and 5. That's the concierge. And in here, I was shopping for somebody not super long ago, and I wanted to see, you know that great scent that you have here in the Grand Floridian? They do actually have these green things over here. See right there? The green ones are the Grand Floridian scent. You can get Grand Floridian scented stuff in there. They don't have a lot of Grand Floridian scented stuff, but they do have some. Whatever it was, I didn't get it because I didn't even understand what it was. I was like, okay, whatever. Here we have sort of an aerial view of the lobby and the overhead view of the Easter stuff they have set up. It's really cool that they're doing that. That's so awesome. And here you can see the whole area. I don't know. I think it looks pretty nice in here.
I watch your videos.
Awesome. Nice to meet
It's
you.
awesome. I was talking about like, I've seen that guy.
Yeah, that's me. You got me.
Like I watched your videos. And my other favorite guy is Tim Tracker.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. There's a lot of videos, a lot of vlogs.
Oh yeah. I was like, I saw you down there, and I got, you know,
Filming around and stuff, yeah.
And, you know, like, and Susie walked by here, I'm like, oh my God, I've seen that guy before.
It's me. You got me. Are you staying here?
Oh no, we're staying at the Beach Club.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
Yeah, it's kind of like this actually.
Yeah,
They're pretty
it's the
similar.
same kind of thing, but it's got the better pool.
Yeah. Doesn't it have like a lazy river or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, it's awesome.
Very
It's
cool.
absolutely awesome. Have you done a resort thing there yet? Like walk around and
Yes, yeah. I was actually at Beaches and Cream
yeah,
the other day.
Today. Beaches and Cream was the one.
Very nice.
That's my daughter here. My boss, his videos are fun. It's so cool. He knows Tim Tracker.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Tim Tracker?
Yes.
I never see him here. It makes me crazy. I've been coming here for like 20 years.
He's around more than me. I think they're in the
never
park a
see
lot
him.
more days than
never
I
see
am.
him. It's like, oh my God, I love to meet that guy.
Very
Cracks me
cool.
up.
Very cool.
Well, keep doing it. You're doing good.
Great meeting you.
You get paid pretty good doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're always doing it though, right?
Absolutely.
It's pretty much all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a full-time gig. Awesome. You guys have a good one. Good night. Oh, here they have Victoria and Albert's. That's that super expensive restaurant. Very fancy. I think we can go look at like the entrance. I don't have a tuxedo on though, so they won't let me any further than that. Who is this? Who is this lowly regular person with their regular clothes? Yeah, here's the Victoria and Albert stuff. The fancy restaurant. Buster says Mr. Regular. Yeah. This is where I usually eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Usually, you know how it is. Whoa! Come on, camera. Yeah, you know how it is. 5-star diamond rated hotel. I have a feeling that this area is not going to get modernized. Just a feeling, just a vibe I'm getting. I think they're going to say, oh, we're going to keep our area how it is. Thank you. This staircase is weird. There's like a little staircase. See this? Off the side. There we go. If this reminds you of Grandma's house and you think it needs a retheme, well, that is the theme. And we love it. And we love it for that. It's so awesome. You got this cool little seating area over here. I sat over here recently. And we were looking right out at the lobby over here. It was so cool. If you think that this looks like Grandma's house, fine. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with Grandma's house, huh? Every other resort looks like, I don't know, like the Apple Store. That's what they're doing at the Polynesian. They're adding like an Apple Store style hotel. Oh, man. Well, I think we'll walk back over to the Poly, I guess. I'm going to show you the construction out here, actually. Wait, going the wrong way. Yossi says, I like the Apple Store. No, there's nothing wrong with the Apple Store. It's just that's the sort of style that everything is being updated to be like, is the criticism. We're criticizing the homogeneity. It's not like any one of these things is bad or worse than something else. It's just that we like the uniqueness that you have at Disney, and they're making everything look much more sameness, which is not good. They added this when I was already getting pretty old. I never actually did it, but it's so cool. That's got to be a lot of fun. I had so much fun on the water slide over here. No one ever talks about the water slide over here, but it's pretty cool. They're running the water pageant right now. And there's people out here watching it. It's kind of Oh, okay, yeah, you can see it. The music isn't going our direction right now. I think they're playing it over at Poly. Buster says jump in the pool. No, then what would happen to my phone? We can't do that. USC Greg wants us to go by the little lighthouse. Yeah, they have a little memorial for the kid who went out here, if you guys recall, many years ago and went in the water, and there was an alligator and it dragged him underwater. I don't think I've ever actually seen it at night. It has a little blue light and everything. There we go. No, the electrical water pageant's going away from us.
All right, let's head over to the gas grill and grill. Get our spot.
Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. Before we head back over, I'll check the super chats on PayPal because those people have been waiting long enough. I know we got at least one on there, so let's pull those up before I go get lost in traffic again. Before I get run over on stream by some crazy, you know, whatever hour it is. Nah, I'll be fine. I'm just kidding. You can see the new bar up there. See that? If you're just joining us, guys, we're here at the Grand Floridian hanging out. Just appreciating the area. This is an area that's getting updated as we speak, actually, and they're going to be doing a lot of work on the main building quite soon. Right now, they're working on all the other buildings and updating them. You guys can actually see it directly in front of me. See all these walls? They're doing so much construction right now that you can't even walk from here to the Magic Kingdom. That walkway they made, it's currently inactive because they're doing so much work. The building closest to the walkway has walls all the way around it, so it's completely inaccessible from here to Magic Kingdom. They're doing all sorts of construction on these buildings. It's a huge section that they're doing right now. It's like half the resort. It's crazy. If you guys know where we are, like this is the pool, and then one entire half of it over here. It's just walls, walls, walls. They're doing a ton of work. It's not the best show, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. I think they're completely redoing the stairwells on the side. You guys see those are all gutted. So they're doing a lot of work. Pretty crazy. Someone asked, is Adam here? I miss him. No, he passed away, I heard. That was what someone told me. One of his friends told me, so very sad about that. We had a moderator on here, and he is no longer with us, unfortunately. All right, let's get back inside. Oh yeah, they have like a newer sort of like store in here. I don't remember it being here before, but it's like more upscale kind of stuff. Maybe that's still open and we can run through there real quick. They got some of the more expensive adult, you know, type Disney merchandise where it's like robes and they have like like those, I don't even know what they're called, that ladies wear where it's like, it's something that they put their hair in before bed, and there's like that they wear in old movies, and the thing over their eyes. Hold on, we're heading over there. And they have all sorts of like fancy soaps and dresses and stuff. More like stuff appealing to adults. More fancy Disney merchandise. All right, we're heading back in. Here we go. Flip the camera around. Enough of me. It's like you're really here. Here's this cool little shop they have that I was talking about. See, it's like more, you know what I mean? It's more like upscale. This is leather. One of these things where the corners unbutton. This purse, I think you can turn the Mickey. Oh, that's cool. What's this? Very fancy. What was that thing I was talking about? I can't remember. Oh, here it is. This is what I was talking about. See, they got this thing. See? This isn't the stuff you really see a whole lot of in the parks. It's more like fancy merchandise. Very fancy. Yeah, see, they have like perfumes and stuff. And then here's a bunch of Tommy Bahama stuff, which is pretty normal, pretty run-of-the-mill, actually. You can even get in here and watches. Citizen watches. Oh, I like that one. That one's cool. Focus, come on. That one's cool. I like that one. Expensive junk, someone says. Yeah, that's one way to put it. I do like that they have resort branded merchandise. I actually did think about getting this. Isn't this really cool? Look, it actually has the inside of the hotel. When we were walking up those stairs, if you guys remember, like painted on the wall are these windows. And look, it even has the little bird cage and everything as Mickey and Minnie. Isn't that cool? That's really awesome. I don't think it was priced too bad either. What was it? $29. I mean, it's a lot for like a ornament, obviously, but it's a nice ornament. That's pretty one of a kind. Isn't that cool? So I might get one of those. Pretty nice. Also, the Grand Floridian Cafe here, the counter service here is pretty good as well. I think that's what it's called. They have some pretty good stuff that I like. I love the mural up there. You see that? It's awesome. Got all these very comfy chairs everywhere. Back outside we go with the Mickey sticker that the that the cast member who knew me gave me. The cast members that were walking around. How did they know who I am? What the? All right. Let us out of here. Oh, I was gonna check the super chats. One second. Jeffrey says the mouse knows. Yeah, the mouse is always watching. You better watch what you're doing. The mouse is everywhere. Come on. So guys, I think I covered all the big news. So you can get the Starcruiser on a big discount if you're an annual pass holder now. So that's a big deal. They're starting the layoffs, and there are some positive developments happening at Imagineering. Whoa, look at that light. And there went the hat there. That's awesome. I'm connecting to Wi-Fi here. There we go. All right, we are in. We are in. Awesome. Come on, update. Okay.
Oh, how you doing? I thought I recognized you.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Just doing a live stream.
Been watching you for a couple of years.
Very cool, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one. All right, guys, so first we have a super chat from Jill. Thank you so much, Jill, for the big super chat. Hi, thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much, Jill. It really means a lot. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to bring you over here tonight, show you what's going on, talk about some stuff. And we also got a super chat from TZ. Thank you so much. We also got a super chat from Shannon, who says, thanks for all you do. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. We also got one from Peter. No message. Thank you so much, Peter. And we got one from Kelly, who just wrote live stream. Yep, we're doing a live stream. Thank you so much for the super chat. It really means a lot. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. There goes the water again. And it's time to head back over to the Polynesian. We'll finish off with a Dole Whip or something like that. Should be a lot of fun. I'm not ranting anymore. We're going to start losing people. I'm going to say, whatever. What's the next rant? What's the next hot take, right? I don't know. I really don't try to give like hot takes. I just think I try to give like like a unique opinion, and I don't know. A lot of stuff that I hear from inside Disney just isn't really what people on the outside are talking about. And so I like to bring a lot of that stuff to you guys, what I'm hearing. Because there's a lot of people still in this company. You might not think this, that think exactly the way we do. So don't think of Disney as just like one person or one thing, or it's just a Bob Iger, it's just whoever. They have a lot of control over what happens, but it's a huge company. And Chapek would always tell, Chapek really messed up like the structure of the parks. He made it so like every little thing is its own department, its own little tiny thing, individually managed, and he'd say, think of it as your own little business. So under Disney, you have to think there's thousands of little companies inside of Disney, some which are, more interconnected than others. And even inside the parks, you have different areas, people doing different things with different ideas and competing interests. So there's a lot that goes into these things that we see. Maybe too much. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's too much of a bureaucracy. If it was just, if it was more of like a coherent vision from a lead Imagineer and a small group of Imagineers under a lead Imagineer, we'd probably see stuff that makes a whole lot more sense when it comes to the creative. Because the amount of, someone's saying micromanaging madman. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. A lot of people say, Chapek did a lot of bad stuff at the parks, but a lot of that he was parks chairman or, CEO. Why do you never blame Iger or DeMauro? And actually, I do, but I get what they're saying. A lot of people don't really knock those other people. The thing is that you have to understand is that Iger was pretty passive for political reasons when it came to the parks, when it came to a lot of aspects of the company. He let the people that are in charge of those aspects of the company run those aspects of the company. Chapek was not like that. Chapek was hands-on with the parks. He went in there as parks chairman and he wanted to do what he wanted to do. He reorganized the parks. And yes, it was under Iger, and that Epcot stuff that turned out terrible, that was approved by Chapek. And yes, it was under Iger. So you can say that Iger has some culpability there in letting that stuff go through. But fundamentally, it was Chapek's idea, Chapek's vision, Chapek's execution. You see what I mean? So that's why we can point towards him for a lot of this stuff. If Iger can just have different people, be, looking over what Imagineering is doing, approving projects, things like that, that would be perfect. There's still so many Chapek era people that with Chapek era thinking that occupy all sorts of management positions that are keeping us from getting anything. And then the other problem is even if Iger wants to do stuff, then it's a question of can they? Do they even have the money? As I said, we're hearing that Disney Plus is in $12 billion of debt. $12 billion. Disney Plus. The thing that they're like, it's going to be profitable soon. Profitable like what? Make $1 more than you spent in a quarter? That's what they mean by profitable, by the way. Revenue exceeding the cost by $1, that's profit. We'll be profitable by the end of 2024. Well, okay. You're still, how much debt are they going to be in by then? Like 16 billion or something? Just insane to think about how much debt they've accrued through all this. So you can understand why the parks where we keep going, I'm still here, right? So why invest in it? Just people are still coming. Why worry about it? Let's just keep farming profit out of the parks. Let's keep letting it subsidize everything else and not put a whole lot back into it. And that's what we're seeing. And I think that's why a lot of us fans hope that with Epic Universe, we see things change where, Universal, as I was saying, I went over to Universal. It's not a Disney level. It's not yet. I mean, you have Wizarding World, which definitely is, but a lot of stuff that still isn't, but it's getting there. The creative is really good now. So we're getting a whole new park. Which is all being done by, it's being done by former Disney people. It's being done by contractors who work with Disney, ride manufacturers and stuff. It's a lot of former Disney talent that has left and gone over to Universal. And it's a lot of new talent that's putting in new ideas. And they're doing some really amazing stuff. So we'll see how Epic Universe turns out, but it could be pretty good. And Disney doesn't seem all too concerned about it. By the way, it is quite confusing to get over the Polynesian. Look, the sign doesn't even have any say where to go on it. It has a Velcro for a sign, but it's like, there's a walkway. Where? The answer is it's straight through the parking lot. If you walk straight through this parking lot to the security bars, then you can get over to the road and then over to Poly, but it's not very clear. Can you guys see the tower over there still? Wow, the low light's pretty good on the iPhone. People in the chat are saying that I'm coping because I got lost and couldn't find the pathway. So now I'm just trying to pretend like it's Disney's fault and they're the reason why I can't find my way. You guys, stop it. So funny, man. What were you guys asking in chat? By the way, I wish we did more Q&A. That's something I need to do more on the channel. I really just do like news updates now, like breaking news type stuff, and occasionally a more serious like documentary kind of thing. But with my old weekly Disney news show, I used to do Q&A every week. And what's weird about Q&A is you guys ask a lot of newsworthy stuff that in and of itself isn't really like a news headline. Like it's not something currently in the news, but it is newsworthy, you know? Like, because people will often ask questions about the stuff that Disney isn't talking about, that the media isn't talking about, that still holds a lot of weight and is very important, but it's just not something that's being talked about. You see what I mean? That's almost as newsworthy as what is being talked about. Okay. Street crossing time, oh boy. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, we're good. We made it. We're good. What a disaster. Gotta run across the road. Kevin says, what are your top 3 favorite rides? My favorite is Space Mountain. And Tron and Guardians, I'm sorry, they don't top Space Mountain, in my opinion. I know that is kind of a hot take, but Space Mountain, I think I like the old aspect of it where it's kind of like rickety and it feels like you're going really fast even though you're actually not. It's just a classic. I really like it. I haven't done the one out in Disneyland. I've heard that one's even better because you have the onboard ride audio and the updated track. I wish that they would close Splash and update our track. That would be great. But I really like that ride. It's a little longer than Tron. Tron is really cool, especially at night in the canopy area. But I don't know. Space is such a classic. Space is my favorite ride. Some people are saying Space, they hate Space, it's awful, they feel like they're gonna fall off or the welds are gonna break. Yeah, that's part of the thrill. That's part of the thrill for me. I remember when I was a kid, I'd love to go on Space and my mom and dad would be like, oh, which one of us has to take them on it this time, you know? Because we wouldn't do a trip super often, but they'd be like, oh boy, who has to go on with him this time? Because I was like a little kid. It's so funny. Like, oh boy, here we go. Now this is an area people don't think to watch the fireworks. Right next to the diesel, right next to the generator. That is nice. Wait, where did the fireworks go? Oh yeah, they're about to be done with Enchantment, aren't they? Only a few days left. Well, more than a few days. It's more closer to a week still. Joyce says Mission Space. Is Mission Space your favorite ride? Now that's a hot take, if that's true. You know what's funny is I always liked Mission Space when I was a kid, and then I became part of the Disney community, and it's like literally every person thinks it's the worst thing that's ever been made and all that. I'm like, really? I don't know. I always enjoyed it when I was a kid. In the context of it not being Horizons, it's a joke, but if it had just been its own independent thing, I like the idea of the ride. I like how it simulates the G-forces and stuff, but a lot of people, that's what they don't like about it. It makes them want to throw up. So Imagineering really tried to do something ambitious there. I respect what they were trying to do. Also, I don't like that they got rid of Gary Sinise on the ride. That's when I stopped liking Mission Space. Why did they do that? That was so weird. MYWRX says, who cares about the Disney says, who cares about the Disney community, bro? My favorite was always Stitch's Great Escape. Yeah. Your favorite ride was Stitch's Great Escape? Let's go. Yeah, that was an underrated favorite of everybody, I think. Everyone will love that. See, that's what I'm talking about. The Q&A does bring up like newsworthy stuff that isn't in the news. Like, yeah, that's a great point. Stitch's Great Escape. What the heck? You know, I was just telling you guys how they're trying to look to upgrade stuff at Magic Kingdom, do expansions in Magic Kingdom because they're having capacity issues. Riddle me this. Why is it that in the most popular, there's rooms right here, whoops. Why is it that in the most popular theme park in the world, they have that prime real estate right by Cinderella Castle at the entrance to Tomorrowland, and they've left it empty? They gutted Stitch's Great Escape, and then they just left it there abandoned. How hard would it be to put something in there? Imagineers had ideas out to wazoo, and it wasn't even expensive stuff. You know what they were going to do in there? They were going to put a projection dome on the ceiling, give everybody a hand controller, like a game controller, and what they'd be able to do is they'd be able to basically like race their car on the ceiling. I think that was the idea. It was going to be the Sugar Rush game from Wreck-It Ralph. How hard would that have been to have done? How expensive would that have been? Those are really small rooms. They're not very big. Are you kidding me? This is crazy to think about. How many missed opportunities there have been. How much they squandered the 50th. They lost so much money on the 50th. If they had done the merchandise correctly, if they had actually added stuff to the park and done the attraction upgrades that Imagineers had planned out, all the development work was already done, and those projects were greenlit, and then Chapek stopped them. If that stuff had gone through, they would have made more money. They would have. They failed. But that's not how these earnings reports work. It's just like, well, we're anytime something doesn't go right, it's like, well, it's not our fault. It's the economy or, whatever, some like external thing. And then anytime anything goes right, it's like, oh, we did that. We're awesome. So funny. I'm gonna have to cut all this out for copyright on the replay. Oh, 17% battery, guys.
Sometimes the world seems against you. Your journey may leave a scar, but scars can heal and reveal just who you are. The people you love will change you. The things you learn will guide you. And nothing on earth can silence the quiet voice still inside you.
And so, we have found what we seek. The magic of dreams come true, in fact, lies within you. This magical kingdom remains a beacon to those with a wish in their heart, gifting every person who walks through these gates this enchantment. Look inside yourself and realize that you have everything you need to make all your dreams come true. Anything is possible, for you are the magic.
Oh, just believe it and close your eyes. You can go anywhere while you're so yeah. It's your imagination, let it
Thank you for joining us this evening for our nighttime spectacular Disney Enchantment, presented by Pandora Jewelry. We invite you to enjoy the rest of your evening here at the
It's pretty good. We got a lot of critics in the chat. Well, there's a decent number of haters out there when it comes to this show. I get it. It's not happily ever after. But the good news is they're bringing Happily Ever After back. You know, I was worried they were gonna like change Happily Ever After a lot. I think they wanted to. But remember when Josh Tomorrow was like, we're bringing back the theme song. But then they ended up, it's just basically the same show. I mean, it has the new projections and stuff on the main street and all that stuff. There's a few little modifications on a technical level, but other than that, it's pretty much the original show. And Happily Ever After is a great show. I'm more curious to see what they do with Epcot, because you guys know that's the park that I'm super invested in, and I loved Illuminations. That was my favorite show. So we'll see. I don't know. I was hoping they'd do drones, but I don't think they're going to now. I haven't heard anything about that. We would have heard something by now for the 100th show. So we'll see. I don't know. Pardon me. Yeah, guys, so pretty good stream. We got a super chat during it, and I'll check the PayPal one more time. Benjamin says, thank you for a fun night. If you ever need a mod, just hit me up. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Benjamin. And yeah, guys, so that was everything. So we talked about the Starcruiser. There's a 30% discount right now for pass holders on dates this summer. Starcruiser's on its way out, I think. And then what else did we talk about? We talked about Imagineering. There's been some good developments, some good leadership changes, and hopefully that'll help. There's a big funding problem right now. Imagineering has tons of blue sky ideas, but nothing is getting approved by Jeff Vale, or Valley, however you say his name, the president of Walt Disney World. The VPs are also part of this decision-making structure that reside over each park here at Walt Disney World, and then also your park's chairman, Josh Tomorrow, who's always hyping us up and has approved absolutely nothing. And meanwhile, they tell Imagineers to go back to the drawing board and make everything cheaper. So it's not so much just about getting stuff approved. It's also we need the right stuff approved, something that's worth the time and money and effort. And the other thing to keep in mind is that, you know, at this point, if they announce something for the expansion pad behind Big Thunder Mountain, or if they announce something for Dino Land, which I know is very contentious inside Disney right now, they're still not sure what they're doing there as far as I've heard. You know, if they announce stuff for those, you know, it's not going to be open until 2027 or thereabouts. So already well after Epic Universe, which is 2025. So we're gonna have a drought here where there's gonna be no new stuff at Walt Disney World, no new serious investment in terms of like stuff actually opening. Hopefully we'll see new stuff announced that we can track the construction of and have stuff to talk about. But we're in sort of a little bit of a drought right now on that front, and it's going to get worse, I think, before it gets better. And then we have all the layoffs, so kind of some you know, negative developments, but also I think we had a really fun night, and you know, it's not just about all that stuff. By the way, before I leave you guys here, they updated the furniture in here. This is all brand new in here. They put in this new flooring and all that sort of stuff. This is a real flower. I've checked. Something that I don't like that they did is they put in this pattern and it repeats really often. Do you see this new fabric they put in? It does not look the best, in my opinion. This looks kind of crazy. They have that all over the place. Whatever that pattern is, it's a new thing they added. So guys, let's see how much battery we have. 1 second. 13% battery. Oh, actually, I want to point something out. In here, I've noticed this Lilo and Stitch surfboard has been here for so long. It's just like randomly here, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing Lilo and Stitch around it. It's just there. It's kind of funny. But oh, we got a little bit of a line for Dole Whip here. Check this out. Post fireworks Dole Whip. Wow, there we go. I might just have to do that. Yeah, it's called Mickey Views on YouTube. Yeah.
Can we maybe interview?
What did you guys think of the fireworks?
I thought they were so good. Awesome. They were gorgeous.
How many days are you guys here for?
We're a college program.
Oh, awesome.
So we live here.
Did you guys just get here, or have you been here a while?
January. Yeah, we've been here since January. We come to the
Is that, what is that called? That's not the spring term, is it? What is that called?
No, I think
it's
it is
like
the spring term.
Oh,
Everyone's
cool.
here for different times, though.
Yeah, and then the summer term will start.
Are you guys doing that too?
July. I am.
I'm leaving in May.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I'm here for a while.
Yeah, they're bringing back Happily Ever After soon. Have you guys seen that before?
I went to cast preview.
I have not.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's better than Enchantment. Everyone in the chat says.
That's what
They
I
all
heard.
hate Enchantment.
Oh, what are they saying in the
We're
chat?
in here right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, for the clout? What?
Yeah. There's
No, we don't even need to show our faces.
There's
We don't want the
1,200 people watching,
Oh.
so.
That's cool.
So anyways, guys, have a good night.
You said Mickey views, right?
Yeah, it's Mickey Views. You guys aren't helping me. Stop writing all that stuff in chat. They can see that. Oh, they're playing more Frozen. We cannot escape Moana and Frozen, I swear. Oh wait, that's Tangled. Frozen, 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 Moana. Even if it's not Frozen Moana, I still think it is. The splash pad is still open. There's still a bunch of kids playing. I don't want to show it, but it's pretty cool. From the backside, that literally looked like Frozen. So that goes to show how much the character design has evolved over the last 10 years. Not. Wow, there's a big line for Dole Whips. Wow. Well, guys, yeah, that was all the news. We met some viewers. I don't know if there's much else. I think that's just about everything, guys. If there's any breaking news, I'll bring it to you guys. I need to work on the Brightline video. I need to do some address unknown stuff. I also want to get the merch store back up, so I got some stuff to work on. But yeah, those are my current things I'm working on, and that is the latest happening at, what did we look at? We went all the way around the Magic Kingdom. We went on the monorail. We went through the Contemporary. We did Poly, and then the Poly walkway to the Grand Floridian. We checked out the Easter eggs, then we went back. Boom, crushed it. That was a lot of walking. I like to walk, though. It's kind of nice. And be sure to check out Mickey Views on Twitter. I've been posting a lot of film photos over there lately. And also at Sir Braden on Twitter. And then on Instagram, it is at Mickey Views. I need to post on... Okay, I shouldn't be walking towards the copyrighted music. I really like these torches. But anyways, yeah, be sure to follow Mickey Views everywhere. We're everywhere. And that is it. That is all. I crushed it. Thank you. That means a lot. Shout out to everyone who's in the live chat. Shout out to all the donators. It really means a lot. I think they paid for a Dole Whip or two, so I should be able to get that. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Hopefully we got some good news on the way, but you know how it is with Disney. I'll just keep telling you whatever's going on. We'll see how it is. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching live from outside of the Great Ceremonial House here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. This is Braden. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day.